It's Horror Movie Monday, you already know. Chills in the air, and the tension's low. OGP steps up, setting the tone. Always in charge, yeah, sitting on the throne. John Ward steps in with a confident stare. Nipples getting hard from the icy glare. Bowser's in the back, creeping through the dark. Lurking in the silence like a phantom arc. It's Horror Movie Monday, lights down low. Screens on the screen, let the madness flow. We laugh, we jump, we scream, we play. Every week it's thrilling in a twisted way.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Fuck you!
Hello, John Ward.
Hello there, OGP. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing good too. Happy to be off work. Happy to be here with you and everybody else.
Very nice. Yeah, long time no see, huh?
I know. It feels like I just saw you this morning.
Yeah, maybe that's because you did. And hello, everybody out there in Horror Movie Monday land. We will be saying hello to all of you in just a moment. But a quick update of where we're at. I am at home. John's at home.
I'm at home.
But I was in Las Vegas, Nevada. And I went out there for a brief 2-night trip just to kind of celebrate the birthday a little bit. There was a couple bands playing at Zia Records. Listen to me.
They do have bands.
I got Zia on my mind. I have seen a band. Well, no, it was a DJ actually at Zia that one time, which was annoying as hell. But there was a couple bands playing at the Double Down Saloon. I thought it might be a fun way to kind of rock into the new birthday year there. So went out there, hung out with John. We went, as previously stated, we went to Zia Records, and we did an evening of heavy drinking at the Double Down Saloon. And man, I felt like crap yesterday, and no joke, I still am not 100% today. I just don't feel that great. So if it's showing, if you see the booze sweats through the camera, that's what's going on there. So forgive me for that. But we had an absolute blast. I'm trying like something a little bit different with my camera, which you guys pretty much probably can't tell, but I'm making a little adjustments as we go here, so I apologize. But man, we do have a bunch of things to talk about. But I was gonna say and then it came out like putt. I don't know why. Probably because I'm off. I'm just off from too much booze. That's what happens to me when I drink a lot. But John and I hoarded up significantly while we were at Zia Records. Gail sent me a box of epic movies that I told Gail I was going to wait and open tonight, but I got a little antsy, and I opened them before, but I'm going to show you all what Gail sent me. And then I have a couple other pickups. And then John, aside from Zia Records, from our Zia Records over the weekend here, what other, you have a bunch of other pickups too, right? Or do you not?
Oh yeah, there's a box of them, but we got so many tonight, I might have to wait until next week.
Okay,
if we're going to do them, yeah, I just have to go over and get them. But yeah, I can always hold off.
Okay, no, so right there with you, you just have the Zia Record stuff, which is a ton. We bought a lot. We get it. We have a tendency to go overboard at Zia there. So
there's no minimum.
Yeah, right. So anyways, we're going to dive in. We're going to do news a little bit differently this week. So first, let me just say quickly hello to everybody. Jonathan, what's going on? Gail, how you doing? How was your birthday? The night before was a blast. John and I walked into 3 brand new bands that we never knew about before, and they were epic. John, do you have the stuff from that one band handy?
I think I do.
Because one of the bands there, we loved all 3 of them, but one of the bands there we loved so much. They're from Phoenix, Arizona, and they're called, what was it called? TV Tragedy. And John wanted to get a record, like a CD or a vinyl or something from them, but they were sold out because they were that good. But John got some stickers, right?
Yeah, yeah. I guess that, we were drunk enough that because they were the second band that played, right?
They were the second
And
band.
yeah, and that I was able to just go right up and start talking to the lead singer, and Philip joined me, and then we both had like this long ass conversation with the lead singer, who's a very nice guy. And so I told him, oh, it's Philip's birthday today, and so we both got one of these. And there's all the names and their info here, and then there's like the thank yous on the back, and we got the inside, and they said that these are like the liner notes for all the songs that are on
Nice.
me. So we each got one of those, and then we got the stickers, which I love. This one, it's the skull, and it's the TVT, so TV Tragedy. I love
Yeah.
that one, this big ass skull.
That
And
is
then
cool.
you just have one that just says TV Tragedy. So,
Yeah.
so that works. So I wanted to support them because I thought that they were really good. They were full of energy and they were fun, and really enjoyed them. And they're very nice guys. And, one of the guitarists had a big mohawk, and he ran around the place, and, because he had the like the Wi-Fi type of guitar setup. He didn't have a cord, and it was great fun. It was awesome fun, and OGP knows me, and I don't like bars. I don't like spending money at bars, and they're just loud and smoky and all that because of Vegas. And I'm glad that I went. I'm very glad that I went, and it was a great fun. And we thought it was two bands. It ended up being three. We were there till like 1 a.m, I think, maybe later. So yeah. Great night. So thank you for forcing me to go out.
You are very welcome. I'm glad we did. And I know you're not big into bars and stuff, but that was, I looked at the bands ahead of time, and I actually looked at the wrong bands and went like, oh, this seems pretty cool. They'll be fine. Cause I was looking at the next day, and then I went back and I was like confused. So I did look at the bands, well, two of the bands that we saw that night, and they were good as well. So I was like, well, whatever it is, they're going to be good. And they were a lot of fun. The first band that came out had the lead singer was a girl, and she was great. She did a Wendy O. Williams cover and amongst a bunch of other stuff. And then she took a little break, and then her guitarist, who wound up being a lead singer of a band that's like a later story, he took over for a minute and played bird's a word. So but punk rock style. It was very awesome. So they were great. Then the second band, the TV Tragedy, came on, and then the third band, forgive me, I forget their name, but they were paying tribute that night to one of their, I believe, a guitarist or a drummer. One of the bandmates had passed away a month ago, and this was their kind of tribute show to him. His wife was there. A lot of people that are big fans or friends of the band were there. So it was pretty cool to be there to witness that. But the guy that passed away, RJ, was also in another band where the guitarist from the first band was the lead singer of his band. And that's one thing about the Vegas music scene. A lot of bandmates interchange. They're in different bands. So, but it was a lot of fun. I'm glad we got to do that. I had an absolute blast. I vaguely remember getting back to John's place because we were smashed. And then we went to 7-Eleven and bought a shitload of candy that did not help anything. And the lady was laughing at us because all the $20-something worth of candy. And
the good thing is we were like fun drunks. Like we weren't like vulgar or disrespectful or anything. We let her know we've been drinking a lot, and here's all of our candy, which we basically got more or less the same thing. And she was laughing, and she thought it was kind of funny. So I'm glad that we could make her laugh at 2 a.m, I think, at that point.
Right. Yeah, definitely. So let's get through saying hello to everybody because we do got to get in the news. There's a lot to talk about. Gail says, watch The Ritual. It's a good movie. Gail, so I want to see this. We're talking Al Pacino, a religious horror movie. I am very scared because the Rotten Tomatoes has it at an 8. And we're going to dive into Rotten Tomatoes and kind of talk about some of the scores later. But it is a movie that I will be watching at some point. John, what do you think? Will you check out The Ritual at some point?
Yeah, maybe have it with a double feature with like Exorcism or something like that. Do
Oh, yeah.
kind of possession marathon.
There you go. Mr. Jami, what's up? Antonis, how you doing?
Hey.
I hope you had a phenomenal birthday. I did. Thank you very much. I had a very hungover birthday, actually, but the night before was epic. Yes. Masashi, what's up? House of G fam, Fluffy Gamer, Daniel. Who says F you? F you too. What are you talking about, Fluff? Any thoughts on the monkey? Jonathan, we're going to be diving in to the monkey here. Maybe he's saying F you because we went to the bar. But we're going to be diving into the monkey here momentarily. So stay tuned for that. Wicked Network, what's up? I think we're pretty much Terry. What's cracking, Terry? Deadpool Fanatic, what's up, everybody? Yeah, if you would, please hit that thumbs up button. That would be awesome. And happy 30th birthday. Thank you very much, Housekeeping fam. Yes, 30th indeed. Yes.
Just add another 0 to that.
300. Happy 300th birthday. Yeah, if I can find it, man. I don't even know where. It's been so long since I've hit this button right here.
It's vamp time.
Oh yeah, it's vamp time, baby. So Mario's in the house. What up, Mario? And thank you for the birthday wishes. Thank you, everybody, for the birthday wishes. Jeff Keaton is in the house. What up, everybody? I want to say thank you. Special thank you to Jeff. Jeff sent either during or after the show last week, Jeff sent a $10 PayPal donation. And so I want to send a big thank you to Jeff for doing that. That was very epic. Thank you very much, Jeff. And what are your thoughts on Get Out? Good question. I don't know. I've never seen it. John, have you?
Good movie. Yeah, I like all of Jordan Peele's films so far. 3 out of 3.
Rotten Tomatoes sucks. Gail, you are onto something, my friend. Buckaroo Bros, what's going on, Christian? How you doing?
Hey, Christian.
Cody's House of Geek. What up, Mr. I get to hang out with Wet Movie One in Alabama. And then send Wet Movie One off to spend 12 hours at an airport. Oh man, hilarious. So Captain Spaulding said it first. F you. You were responding to Fluffy was telling Captain Spaulding, well, fuck you too. Gotcha. Okay. We were gonna be a little butthurt, Fluff. So here it is. The first thing that you know what I never looked at is what movie's coming out this week? What's the big one coming out? Do you even know, John Ward, what is coming out this week?
I think Jurassic Park, or I'm sorry, Jurassic World Rebirth, right?
Oh, is that what? Yeah, that's what it looks like, is Jurassic.
And then
World.
Superman is after that.
Okay, yeah. So Superman coming out July 11th. Jurassic World Rebirth, and this movie, so July 2nd. Yeah, so this week is going to be Jurassic World. Have you seen the video of what's her name, the girl actress that's in Jurassic World Rebirth, the blondie? And thank you. They're showing her the trailer, and she's like, getting like emotional and stuff. Like, are you fucking kidding me? This is a Jurassic fucking Park World movie. You're not allowed to get emotional at a fucking Jurassic Park movie.
I cried in Godzilla 1985 when he fell into the volcano at the end.
That was Godzilla, sir. This wasn't Jurassic Park. But anyways, I don't know if I would cry.
I've heard that there's no rebirth about this. It's more like retread.
Ugh. Yeah. You know what? I haven't seen a Jurassic Park movie in, at least 25 years. So
I've seen them all. I own them all except for Dominion, which I still need to pick up. But man, did the last two suck.
So So will this justify a trip to the theater for you?
I don't know. I mean, I still want to see, Megan 2.0, and then there's Jurassic. I mean, the best way to see Jurassic World would be on the big screen, but I don't know, man. The last two were so bad.
Yeah.
But they've been hit and miss the whole time. I mean, the first one was great. The second one was eh. I'm one of the few people who really liked part 3. I liked Jurassic World, and then hated the last two. So
Okay. So we'll see about that. But that is the big one coming out this week. We got to talk about the big one from last week. We will. Brendan made one too many sister touching jokes. So I got back at him with an overnight stay at DFW. That's funny. Cody, that is very funny because What Movie One gets seriously grossed out and offended when you make jokes like, I mean, I love his sister. She is a great person. She's a friend. Everything, but you make sister jokes about his sister and he takes it way too personal. So just give it back to him, Cody. Just give it right back to him. But so here we go. We got to talk about some stuff. So let's I think if I do this, boom, there it is. We're going to do the news a little bit differently. We're ripping off another channel. John can say who it is if he wants. I don't remember. John likes to show me YouTube videos. Because I don't watch a lot of YouTube. So I go over to John's and he's like, oh yeah, look at this and look at this and look at this. Do we mention, I forgot to mention, they were giving out free koozies. Now it is pink, but free koozies at Zia Records. Look at that. I got the pink koozie. It's like a broken heart. Zia Records right there. John got one too, but John doesn't have anything to put in his, right?
Well, I put a beer in it just to kind of.
Oh, okay. Very nice.
Yeah. So there's a Coors one, but yeah, no, I guess. I mean, pink. Okay, fine, whatever. I mean,
your Coors and my Diet Coke look very similar. They're silver and red. Yeah, you could have pretended.
Yeah.
So, anyways, yeah, I forgot I wanted to mention that. So. Yes, Bob Elmore, who John and I met at Creep IE Aftermath last year, he passed away, and he looked so healthy last year. I had no idea that he was sick. I don't know how far in advance he knew he was sick, but apparently about a month ago, he was telling, I think Sean, like Malfunction was his like handler for conventions. And I think he was talking to Sean about a month ago, letting him know he was sick and that he said he wanted to try and do one last convention. But I think Sean said he kind of felt like he knew that would never happen because he just wasn't doing well. So I did want to first and foremost mention, when we have a legend in the horror community or any legend in general that any one of us may be a fan of, we do need to definitely address their passing. I'm very glad we got to meet him. I should have pulled down my Funko that I had him sign. I forgot to do that. But I don't want to make it about me. I see so many YouTubers that when somebody dies, it's like, I'm devastated. My life is over. And it's like, dude, you're just a person who met him. How about feeling bad for his family? How about feeling bad for him being his life was cut short? I don't want this to be about me, so I don't need to show everything I have, that he was involved with. But I am glad that we got to meet him. He was a great guy. Any thoughts on him, John?
Yeah, I'm very happy that that we met him, and he was very nice, and he I think it's great that you said, hey, I'm going to be back tomorrow and have you sign something, and you came back tomorrow or the next day, and he got to sign it. So it was kind of odd, as they had all the other guests in these booths that you would have to wait in a line for, and he was just kind of in the regular area with people, and we didn't even know that he was there, and it was kind of like, huh, what, and then we went over and started talking to him. Very nice guy. It's unfortunate all these people are passing away. We're not going to have any of these, like you said, like legends left, and because I don't even think there's a lot of Leatherfaces left. You
Yeah,
know,
no, yeah, I don't know, but yeah, at Creep IE when we met him, I don't. If I remember right, Nick, who is one of the guys that runs Creep IE, I don't think he even knew that Bob was there. So where Bob was, he was in the vendor hall. He wasn't in the celebrity, like the guest hall. And so whatever table he was sitting at, the people that rented that space then hired Bob and brought him in on their own. So you could do that. You could rent a space at Creep IE, and you could call John Carpenter and go, "Hey, want to come sit at my booth all weekend?" And if John Carpenter says yes, then go for it. But I don't know that Nick even knew that Bob was there, because I seem to remember mentioning it to him, and he's like, "What?" But there will be celebrities from time to time in a vendor hall as opposed to out on the guest floor. So, and for example, I a couple years ago at Midsummer Scream, I was walking through the vendor area and saw the legend Drew Marvick hanging out at a booth with Michael St. Michael's, the greasy strangler himself. They had a booth together there at Midsummer Scream. That was awesome. So I'd already gotten Greasy Strangler and got a picture signed from Michael St. Michael's. So I got something from Drew. I forget it was, but I bought something from Drew that day. But it was very cool to see Drew there. So you will see from time to time people at those tables instead of there in the guest. So, but so it says that, yeah, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, Leatherface Bob Elmore has passed away, and great picture. So now, in reading a little bit about his involvement in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, there was actually 3 guys that at different times put on the mask. One was Bob, and is this the article? Wait a minute. I think it might be this article. So Bill Johnson and who else was the other one? It says it in Tom Morga. So there was 3 guys at different times in Texas Chainsaw 2 that put on the mask. But Bill Johnson did not want to be involved in any of the scenes where there was bloody, where like there was an actual chainsaw involved. So that's when Bob Elmore stepped in and did most of the killing. But here the article from Bloody Disgusting says, just to be recognized for working in this little itty bitty movie that brought pleasure to so many people. And there's some people that really, really, really enjoyed it. Bob Elmore said of his iconic role in a 2016 interview from Scream Factory's Blu-ray release of Texas Chainsaw 2. I don't understand. I don't have that passion for that kind of movie, but there's a lot and it's worldwide. It's not here in the United States. People in Germany love Texas Chainsaw 2. They just love it. They're crazy about it. That's what's so unique about it. And to be associated with that is great. Not many people can say that. And he's not lying. He also performed stunts in horror cult classics, The Monster Squad and Dr. Giggles. So very cool guy. Done a bunch of different things. Let's see. In addition to Texas Chainsaw 2, his stunts included Police Academy 2, Monster Squad, Big Bad Mama 2, License to Drive, Cage, Dr. Giggles, Casino. I didn't know he was in Casino. That's awesome. City of Angels, Being John Malkovich, another movie I love right there. Adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle, Pirates of the Caribbean, and many others. So just an absolute legend, Bob Elmore. Rest in peace, sir.
Yes.
Any other thoughts on Bob Elmore before we move on, John?
No, I didn't know that 3 people played him, so that's news to me. One thing that is unfortunate is that, you know, Scream Factory, the footage that is missing is just gone. So there's never going to be that full kind of unrated cut of the movie with all the scenes that we've heard about. That footage is just missing. I guess there was a work print out there that does have some of it, but yeah, it's a great film, regardless. But it would have been nice to get that full version of the film, but just that footage is just gone. It's Canon Films, so it's just gone.
Yeah, it's too bad. That would be cool. Wicked Network says dead stock Valentine leftovers koozie. Yeah, it's probably there you go. Yeah. And they were sitting right at the front door, but I was like, hey, I'll take a koozie and have my Diet Coke kept nice and cold while I ramble here for 2 hours. Gail met Gunnar Hansen before he passed away. Nice. I think what movie one also met Gunnar. Antona's favorite Leatherface is Gunnar. I think most people's is, but in fairness, today we're talking about Bob, who just passed away. Greg, what's going on, Greg? How you doing? And Texas Chainsaw 2 is a great horror comedy. Yes, it is. It is an absolute fun movie. Speaking of horror comedies, I don't know if it's a comedy or not, because I was dead set on going to see Megan 2.0. And before I could even get to the theater, I was like, I just don't know. I mean, I'm going to go. My intention was to go, but I just don't know if I care about that movie based off the trailer. And so I was going to go see like a 2:10 show. And I was like really struggling to get off my ass to get out the door to go. And then I looked at the runtime and it was like 1 hour and 58 minutes. I'm like, oh shit, 2 hours. I don't know that I can sit through this for 2 hours. Then I started looking at some of the early scores and it was in the 50s on Rotten Tomatoes. And I was like, this is not good. This is not good. So I did not pull the trigger. I have not gone and seen it. It looks so far sci-fi or action adventure goofy. It looks like Powerpuff Girls to me. And I'm like, I don't know. So I did not go to the theater and see this. Instead, I went and watched movies with John and laid on his chair being hungover. John, you have not seen this either, have you?
No, and I'm a big Megan fan. So at first I thought that said, crashes meant like crashes, took over the box office. And then I saw the 10 million and went, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that type of crashes.
Yeah. Yeah. I had heard a couple people post things saying that they enjoyed it. And then I've heard other people absolutely destroy it. So I don't know for sure. But yeah, Megan 2.0 crashes at the box office with $10 million opening. What happened? I think the first one was billed as a horror movie. This one was billed as something goofy. And I don't know that the horror fans care enough to go see it. I think we're kind of like, I want to see a good zombie movie, not the dog shit that came out the week before, but I want to see a good zombie movie, or I want to see a good Final Destination movie. I want to see something good horror where this looks so wonky. I just don't know. So they go on to say when Megan debuted to $30 million back in January of 2023, it seemed like a new horror icon had been born. The Killer Dolls debut movie went on to scare up 180 million worldwide. That is pretty good for a horror movie, especially on a budget of just $12 million. Seemingly cementing Megan's status as a modern fan favorite who would go on to lead not just her own franchise, but her own universe. Blumhouse and Universal went all in on Megan 3 in the wake of that. And this is something interesting about the budget. First movie's box office success, announcing not only a bigger budget, but a sequel, but also a spin-off entitled Soulmate. That film, described as Fatal Attraction, but with a sex bot, is set for release in theaters on January 9th. To me, they're a year behind the game with that, because if you've seen Companion, I don't feel like I need to see Soulmate now, because Soulmate sounds like it might be kind of similar to Companion or along those lines. I don't know though. Uh, but Blumhouse may be rethinking the future of the Meganverse this week, because Megan 2.0, well, it just crashed and burned at the box office in its opening weekend. Made on a reported production budget of somewhere in the ballpark of 25 million, with a massive marketing spend on top of that. Returning directors Gerard Johnstone's sequel takes a Terminator 2 approach to the previous movie, ramping up the budget and the action and spectacle for a follow-up that turns Killer Doll of the first movie into something of an action hero. So yes, they changed it quite a bit. It went from a horror movie to like this action sci-fi crazy thing. And somebody did compare it like last week to maybe like Terminator, what happened with T1 to T2. Maybe, but these movies are definitely not on the level of the quality of T1 and T2. But I was thinking, yeah, I'd like to go see this. And then the trailer, it's like, I don't know, but I'm going to go see it anyways. And then you hear bad things about it. And it's like, okay, we'll pump the brakes. I also heard something that really upset me. I was physically upset about this. And that was, there was some rumor, hopefully it's just bullshit, but some rumor of them attempting to cross over Megan with Saw, as in Jigsaw. Fuck that idea. I hope that never, ever, ever happens. And with Megan 2 bombing, maybe it won't happen. John, your thoughts on Megan? You know, we haven't seen it, but where are you at with this?
I will see it. I probably will buy it. I'm not going to buy it new. I'll wait till I can, pick it up for like $10 or less. But and I'll watch it when it comes on streaming if I don't hit it in the theater. But maybe they just thought Megan was bigger than what it really was. I mean, people kind of like the dance scene that she does in it. It's kind of funny the first time you see it, but then they kind of overdid it. I've seen the film maybe 3 times. James Wan is one of my favorites. And I can't see where they would do Saw and Megan. I don't. But and I don't mean to, offend anybody with this, but it's another like female film that bombs, and F1 did massive, Yeah. And so a Brad Pitt racing movie broke the box office, and Megan 2 bombs. And I think people are tired of girl bosses, and they, poor Ballerina, with how much we love that. We're probably never going to see anything from that universe again, which is very unfortunate. But I looked at the trailer for Megan 2.0, and the first thing that came to my mind was Lawnmower Man 2. And I'm just, Job's War or whatever, subtitle they want to give it, because there's a couple. But it's just like, I'm looking at this thing going, oh my God, Lawnmower Man 2 is so awful. And it's like, why does this look like Lawnmower Man 2? So I don't know.
Yeah, I think when you took the first one, and I did not go to the theater to see the first one. I had no desire to go see it. But then I watched it at home, and I was like, you know what? That was pretty good. And now it's up here on my shelf. But I don't know what they wanted to do with this and where they thought they were going, because you, with the first one, essentially hit a home run with that little budget making 180 million. And then you go and change it up and take it from a true pure horror movie, and then you turn it into this action, like goofy sci. It's like I feel like this is going to be inspired by, like I said, the Powerpuff Girls, Thor: Love and Thunder, and Megan, the first Megan. It's like, that's what it looks like with all the crazy colors and everything. I wanted to see Megan come back, maybe, rebuilt or whatever, And if you want to make her kill a lot of people, you want a big body count, I'm all for it. But it's just, it was too far out there. It was too goofy. And I kind of feel like they didn't know whether their target audience was 13-year-old girls or was their target audience 40-year-old men. And I think with a good, solid horror movie, you want that more mature male audience. And that's not to diminish, women supporting horror, because I go to horror conventions all the time and the women love horror. But the ones sitting in theaters, when I go to the theater, I see guys, middle-aged men sitting in the theater watching horror movies. And so I just think they missed the mark, and they went too far. They pushed the craziness too far. So with that being said, Rotten Tomatoes, the experts score this a 58. The fans score it an 83. And this is interesting. I want to dive in a little bit to my theories on Rotten Tomatoes. A lot of people go, Rotten Tomatoes is all bullshit. A lot of people say Rotten Tomatoes is, that is how I grade my movies or decide if I'm going to go. But for me, the higher the score on Rotten Tomatoes, the more I question it. The lower the score, the more I believe it. For example, like Gail was mentioning The Ritual. It's got an 8 out of 100. It's got an 8. That is terrible. I haven't seen many movies at all be single digits. So that's not good. So we're going to have problems. But when you get higher, I feel like if the experts, air quote, rate a movie very high, like another movie we're going to talk about in a minute, they rated it very high. I don't think they're rating horror movies on like a scale where horror movie fans would rate them. I think they're rating them on a different scale. And especially once you involve children, a lot of times people go, there's a kid. It's so great. And they're like, the kid is so, powerful, going to stand up and they don't need help of the parents or whatever. And you get these obscene scores for ridiculous reasons. That's my opinion. This is my opinion. This is my rant about these bullshit scores. So the higher the score, the more I question it. The lower the score, the more I believe it. The popcorn meter. So the tomato meter is their scores. The popcorn meter is like the fan scores. Like I go, when I see movies, a lot of times into Rotten Tomatoes, put in a review that goes into the popcorn meter. So it has an 83. I think a lot of that maybe are fans of the first Megan, maybe are just people who went to see a movie for the first time. Didn't ever see the first one or something and just enjoyed this movie. But I don't think they're real diehard horror fans. I think it's just getting a skewed score from non-horror fans. But I don't know. I am very suspect of the Rotten Tomatoes website altogether. John, your thoughts on Megan and the tomato meter, sir?
I don't know. It's kind of confusing. We know during the pandemic that one of the big wigs for Rotten Tomatoes said that, I think it was for Rotten Tomatoes, said that they purposely faked scores to make things better. So we know that the numbers are not correct. We know that it's bots. We know that there is review bombing on both sides. You can review bomb in a good way. You can review bomb in a bad way. Yeah. So it's tough. I only use Rotten Tomatoes when it benefits me. So if you have Top Gun Maverick and
supports
both
your argument.
I mean, if Top Gun Maverick has a 90 and a 90, I'm going to be like, well, F you, Rotten Tomatoes gave it 90%. But if it's a movie that I like that gets a low score, then it's like, oh, it's bots. It's bots. So I don't know. I don't trust it. I don't think critics really like horror films or whatever.
No,
and
they don't.
and that 83% I think is very, very suspect. So
Yeah. Yeah, and that's where you just don't know, because the bots can really hit the popcorn meter. The tomato meter, usually there's on a big movie like a Top Gun, you may have 300, 400, 500 reviews. On a horror movie like this, usually you're 150 to 200 reviews on the tomato meter. So and I don't know, because I do feel like there's some movies that are scored way too high or way too low. So I just don't know, but it is fun to look at, and you know, and then sometimes, you know, you can go down and read some of the things they say. This is one of the things that I don't get. Like, I've looked at 28 years later, which we're going to get to, and I see like the top critics, and they're going like, well, it's a 2 out of 5. It's a 3 out of 10. And why they don't all use the same scale, to me, that is stupid. But some of them, like you can see right here, this one that says Jake Wilson, he rates it a 3 out of 5. Well, Sarah Michelle Fetters rates it 2.5 out of 4. Who the fuck rates out of 4? What is that?
that is stupid.
What is that? So
I give this 2 out of 7.
yeah. What is that? No, we do a 1 to 10 or a 1 to 5, because 1 to 10 you could divide in half and give it, 1 to 5 stars. So, but anyways, you start looking, and then so, this weirdo here gives it 4 out of 5. And see, how are these real reviews if they say Megan 2.0 is overall a downgrade? Okay, well, where's your score? Okay,
Because
I guess we gotta,
a lot of these things are bots. They're fake. They're and you can tell just by how they're written.
yeah, and I know I'm not clicking to look at the full review on all these, but I just think looking at some of them, you're like, this average doesn't work out. I'm seeing people destroy this movie. How did it get such a high rating? I don't know. So you got to take it with a grain of salt, what you get with Rotten Tomatoes. But I do think it's still a good place to kind of get an idea. If you're on the fence and you go like, I'm going to go see this movie, or I'm thinking about seeing this movie, but I don't know, and I need something to push me over the edge one way or the other, sometimes I will still use Rotten Tomatoes.
I mean, I will admit, I don't think I've ever left a review for Rotten Tomatoes, but for IMDb, I have gone on there to do a crappy score for people who I don't like, for my enemies.
That's messed up. John, no, you say for movies I don't like, because I would never be vindictive on there.
Oh no. We all know Meat Massacre 4 is the best one, so that better get at least 4 stars while all the other ones get 1 and 2. So
there you go.
I got to keep that average going. So
there you go. Something else I wanted to mention quickly is, if this ad would go away, stupid ad, stop. Because John and I just watched a movie in this
another one
world. Minnie's Midnight Massacre. Minnie Mouse gets her own public domain horror movie. And I mean, I don't know. I'm not really sold, but I mean, if it's a fun movie.
No.
So with Disney's animated short, Steamboat Willie, now in public domain, horror filmmakers are free to do whatever they want with the characters. The most notable film of the bunch thus far is Screamboat, starring David Howard Thornton, which I don't know how that did, but everybody loves David Howard Thornton. He's a great guy, and everybody loves Terrifier, except for me. Yeah. But it's certainly not the only Mickey Mouse inspired horror movie to come along in recent months. But this next horror project to spawn from the public domain status Steamboat Willie is taking a different approach. Minnie Mouse becomes the slasher. Deadline brings us a first look in image from Minnie's Midnight Massacre this week, announcing that filming just wrapped up last week on the upcoming low-budget horror effort. Director Brett Brentman film sees Steamboat Willie's first mate, Minnie, go on a killing spree when seeking revenge against the childhood bullies who tortured her as a teenager. Fuck your mother. Are
What
you
does that have to do
serious?
with Steamboat Willie?
Fuck
It has
your
nothing
mother.
to do with Steamboat Willie.
Steamboat Willie was in the 1940s or 30s or something. Nobody cared about bullying back then. Jesus Christ. Brett, you suck. John, will you look up Brett Brentman if you can?
Yes.
And see Brett Brentman and see so Hannah Houston Stiletto, from the movie Stiletto, stars in Minnie's Midnight Massacre. Brentman tells Deadline, "We wanted to bring the black and white sidekick to life. We'd see Willie in all these reimaginings, but what about Minnie? Why not give her some spotlight? Stay tuned for more updates." So the mask looks half-assed to me. It looks like a cheap plastic mask. I don't know. I just don't know, man. She's got long hair behind that mask. So is this just a girl in a mask? And this brings us to a movie that John and I just watched. And that is called Mouse of Horrors. Directed by Brendan. I will butcher his last name. Patrizio. I forget how you pronounce his last name. Brendan was the line producer on the film that I worked with Jose Prendez, Master Chaos. The film that I worked on with them for the Asylum called Heretics. Brendan was the line producer, got to meet him, got to know him. Brendan and Master Chaos and some other folks, including Mark, one of the writers of Mouse of Horrors. We all went to the theater to see Terrifier 3 together. And I do remember that, if I remember correctly, I thought Brendan was saying that Mouse of Horrors was going to be the Mickey Mouse answer to the Winnie the Pooh movie or movies in the Pooniverse, but we can't find any correlation or any publication that confirms that. But just being honest, not trying to be mean to Brendan or nothing, but Mouse of Horrors was terrible.
No, it was garbage. It was absolutely pure garbage. I can't do this anymore. I cannot watch these movies. Earlier today I spoke with somebody who knows somebody at ITN, and this is apparently what they're doing now. They're just cranking these crap out, and it has bad sound, it has bad editing, it has bad camera work. The film makes no sense. So OGP said, pick a movie out that we can watch it and we'll discuss it. I went to Tubi, saw, Mouse of Horrors, and just thought, oh, okay. I had no idea what this was. And said, oh, okay. Maybe it's like Mousetrap or something, which I really liked. And then, I told OGP about it, and he's like, oh, I know people who worked on that. And I'm like, oh, really? And then I watched it, and it's like, I kept texting him, what is this? What am I watching? What is going on here? This is awful. This makes no sense. And it's 83 minutes. I got about a little less than an hour. I checked it, saw that I still had 30 minutes left, and just went, I am done. I am out of here. I can't watch this anymore. I'm going to go on YouTube and just watch stupid videos until I have to go to bed. And I have not gone back to it. I have no desire to do this. I looked up the director. He's made 9 other movies, features, and shorts. How do we get this piece of shit when you've already made 9 films? Meat Massacre 4 is freaking Citizen Kane compared to this, and it only had a $3,000 budget. It's this film is garbage. Pooh is in it from Blood and Honey, but there is nothing mentioned on Wikipedia about this movie. I can't find any connection anywhere that this is a Pooh-verse film. It's horrible. It is absolutely dreadful, and I really struggled to make it through as much as I could. I can't do it anymore, which is why I can't do this Minnie Mouse thing either. I mean, I've heard the person I spoke to earlier today did see the Steamboat one, and he liked that one. He said that it was actually okay, but I just can't. I can't do this anymore. I
Yeah.
can't. I
Well,
can't.
Screenboat with David Howard Thornton. I mean, you figure being, I don't know if it was directed by, or like, I don't know who else aside from David Howard Thornton from the Terrifier universe was in this, but I can't imagine David Howard Thornton would have been in something that was terrible. So Screenboat, maybe it's worth a watch. But now, the last things I want to say about Mouse of Horrors is that, yes, there's some audio issues where at times you can hardly hear, and then the volume goes up and down. There's some issues with the camera work. The effects are very suspect. It was shot primarily in England, and I don't feel like he took advantage of being in England. Now I know a lot of Mouse of Horrors takes place in an amusement park, and it's great. You had a great opportunity to do something here. But I feel like we missed the mark a little bit. I don't know if that was just a limited amount of time and he had to rush it. I don't know what the reasons for on it are. I'm not trying to beat up Brendan, and I'm not talking about what movie won. I'm talking about Brendan, the director. So
I can.
yeah, but anyways, I'm not a fan. It was a pretty rough movie. So when we get stuff like that, it really makes it hard to look forward to something like this Minnie's Midnight Massacre. So John, or go ahead.
No, I just okay. So with making like the Axemas stuff, with making Meat Up Massacre 4, with making the short films like Skull Evil and Cannibal and stuff like that, it's sound and editing are very important. And I use a tiny little zoom. The sound is perfect. There's nothing wrong with the sound. If you hate the movie because Axemas is stupid to you, you can't criticize it for sound. So, and I work all the time with Joe Lujan. I do a lot of his sound. And once again, I got the little zoom and I got the boom, and you figure out where it needs to go. Oh, Bob talks first, so I start here. Oh, then it's Sarah. Okay, then I move here. Oh, it's a master shot. So you put the boom in the middle so then you can get everybody talking, and then you go to close-ups and you hit each person. These things aren't hard to figure out. They're very simple, even for somebody like me who's an amateur at doing sound. If you got the budget that these guys did, for this Mouse movie, why does it sound so crappy? The only thing I could guess is maybe because they're by the beach. There's the ocean. Maybe because they're at an amusement park. There's traffic.
The mixing in post-production should have fixed it. It doesn't matter. In post-production, they could have turned up the levels and turned down. You match them. It's not hard. So there's not much excuse on it. You're right.
There's no excuse at all for bad sound. And granted, I haven't done 100% good sound on Joe stuff. He's told me every once in a while, hey, you move the mic, I could hear a sound. Because if you have the headset on and you're there, and even if your hand is on the pole and you can hear your hand go like, eek, the sound picked it up. If you can hear it in the headphone, that means the microphone picked it up. So if you're on a film like this, you should alert the director, hey, I got that sound. I can hear somebody back there, even if, like a car door closing or something, just to let you know, maybe we want to do the take again. And it's so that, it's I don't accept bad sound anymore.
Yeah. So were you able to find anything on Brett Brentman?
Yes.
The director here. Who is he? Has he done anything before?
Yes, he has done a lot. He is listed as a director for 71 movies.
Okay, that's interesting.
Writer of 76, producer of 34. He's an actor, cinematographer, special effects, composer, editor. He's done a lot of stuff.
Anything we would have heard of?
Let me go down to directing. Maybe it's right. Is this his directing? Oh, there it is. No, I don't think so. No. Lone Star Shark 3, Lone Star Shark 2, Fire Breather, Minnie's Midnight Massacre, Hydra, Rumpelstiltskin, The Veil, Alien AI Legacy, Aladdin's Revenge, Aladdin, and it just kind of keeps going down and down. Aladdin's Revenge. Yeah, I mean, it's Psychic Storm, Space
Yeah.
Ranger Origin. I mean, it's a lot of B
It seems
movies.
like a lot of sci-fi channel kind of stuff. And um I wonder if he like some of these movies, Doc Holiday 3 he directed, Doc Holiday 2. Um but The Wolf, I just wow, it's a 3.5. It's not good. I'm curious the production company on this stuff. So let's see, producers. Well, they don't have many.
I mean, there's
Nobody I
like
know. I'm just curious
I enjoy
if
shark movies, so I would watch Bull Shark, and there's 3 of
yeah,
those, but
yeah. But it's a B movie coming from a B movie director, but he has a lot of experience, so we would expect it to be more on par with like Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey than Mouse of Horrors.
oh, I own Bull Shark. I own the first one.
Okay, there you go. So then let's move on from that. I don't want to spend all night talking about crappy movies. Instead, we're going to talk about crappy movies. 28 years later passes $100 million at the worldwide box office. I don't know why, but it did apparently. Danny Boyle's 28 years later is off to a strong start at the box office in its second week of release, with the Infection Epic crossing major global milestone over the weekend. Domestically, the film made $3 million this past Friday, 3.8, blah, blah, blah. I don't care about that. But the worldwide has gone to $103 million. That makes 28 years later the highest grossing installment in the 3-film franchise to date. So this is already the highest grossing film in the franchise. That sucks for me because this is by far the worst. And we're getting people talking about this movie like it's something so good. And I really think the people that are rating this and reviewing it and praising it, they're not horror movie fans. These are not people who are going to sit down and like, I would love to know what some of these people rated, like, The Monkey or whatever, or how would they rate, I mean, pick your favorite horror movie, how would they rate some of the real good classic horrors? Because this is not good classic horrors. This is weird out there shit. And I hated every minute of it. It was so long. The kid, all he cares about is his terrible facial expressions. If you could see it in this picture right here, he's got this look on his face. I can't stand the kid. I mean, you took a semi-decent cast with a couple legends and you threw them into this world where you had so much potential and you made it. What the hell was that? You made something unbearable to watch. So I am so upset with this movie. It's not anything that I wanted, and I don't know whether I can say I will go to the theater to see the next one, because this one was so fucking bad. Rotten Tomatoes, this is the fucking problem. There's no way in hell this is a 90. There's no way. And that's where I'm like, the higher the score, the more I don't trust it. The lower the score, the more I trust it. You got fans scoring this at a 64. How the fuck are these experts giving it a 90? That's why something happened when I went to the theater, and then something happened when John went to the theater on this. And I was talking to Fat Samurai Guy, and in the past with some other movie, he experienced or he's heard things like this. When I went to book my ticket to go see 28 Years Later, it said half the theater was sold out. I was like, what the fuck? All right. I'm sitting in the third row from the front because the back was supposedly all sold out. When I got there was 3 people in the back. There was like 4 rows with nobody in them. but they were supposedly sold out. I'm wondering if there is some fibbing going on with the movie companies to make it look like more people are going. And I'm definitely questioning the legitimacy of these scores, thinking that, yeah, there's probably bots or people's scores are being paid for. You know, like I don't want to say anybody, I don't want to give any examples of names of reviewers, but some of these people have to be getting paid by these companies to say the movie was good when they know it's dog shit. So I don't know. I am very skeptical of this score. This movie sucked. I absolutely hated it. I can't see that it should be a 90. And I'm done with my rant, John. I apologize for getting on a long-winded rant there, but your thoughts on this shithole?
No, I agree with you 100%. I was really that first trailer was great. I was really looking forward to it. Some things did scare me. I know like Alex Garland has been a little wokey in his last couple of movies, so it's like, but Danny Boyle I thought was okay, and then I saw some interviews with them, and it was like, oh, I don't know. And then I saw a trailer right before I went to it, like some new trailer, and I went, oh no. And then you started the movie before me in the theater, and you're just like, this is not what I thought it would be. And I went, oh no. Yeah. And then I started watching it, and it's like, and then and the pettiness of Danny Boyle and Alex Garland of saying, oh yeah, 28 weeks later doesn't count.
Yeah.
What do you mean it doesn't count? You guys, okay, so you guys were off making Sunshine, but it still counts, and it doesn't make sense for there to be zombies 28 years later if you're only going off the first film where they're dying. They're dying 28 days later. They're already starving. So of course the second film counts because they died off or were killed. Then it started up again. And then they were all over Paris and stuff. And that's why we have the zombies 28 years later.
Yeah.
How could, and you're so freaking petty to sit there and say, oh yeah, this movie doesn't count. So now people are reviewing it, not all of them, but some, not including Weeks.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, Weeks is awesome. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Well, and that's where, so if you're going to retcon this back to 28 days later and say this is a direct sequel to that, we're going to pretend 28 weeks didn't happen. In the movie, they do give a slight nod. They're like, oh yeah, like this thing happened in Europe, but it wasn't a big deal. And they squashed it really quick and we moved on. And now this virus is contained only to Great Britain. And so if you're in Great Britain, you're never allowed to leave. If you're not in Great Britain, they tell you don't go because you're not going to be able to get out. The problem is, like John mentioned, it's a virus. And we talked about this last week. Somebody brought up the question or stated that they're not zombies because they're not dead. They just have a virus. Well, now, in 28 years later, they refer to them as zombies.
Yeah.
So we see different zombie movies have different rules. So we're going to accept that this is a virus and these zombies are not dead. They're just infected with this rage virus. And so they get this virus. All they want to do is kill. They just want to kill. They just want to kill. One of the rules that we never got explained was why the fuck in this stupid abomination of a movie 28 years later did all the zombies feel the need to get naked? What the fuck is that all about?
Their clothes rotted off, maybe?
I guess, right? Why are they all naked? How dumb. The only thing I can think is because maybe, I don't know, somebody liked looking at dicks. And so they have this alpha zombie who they obviously gave this gigantic prosthetic penis to running through a train with his, Johnson slapping shit. Like, what are we doing? Why do we need this? And then, so that's a dumb rule. Why zombies have to be naked. And then we have a pregnant zombie. Okay. Maybe she got infected after she was already pregnant. She's, whatever. But this is a rage virus. All they want to do is kill. No, all you want to do is kill unless you're pregnant, about to have a baby, and then you go, okay, I'll let the non-zombies help me deliver a baby. We'll be cool with that. If you see these zombies with like limbs blown off or being shot or whatever, still going, still charging, you're telling me that they can get that hurt, but she can't deliver a baby? I'm kind of I'm calling bullshit. Like, she wouldn't be experiencing that pain. She probably would have grabbed that baby out of her uterus, ripped it out, and thrown it. That would have been a better way to handle a baby instead of having this fucking 12-year-old twerp take the baby and go give it to his daddy, and then the people at the town, take care of this baby while I go off with the fucking weirdos in white clothes that dance around like oh fuck, I'm drawing a blank on whatever. But anyways, I'm this movie made me so mad, if you can't tell. There's so many rules, so many problems that are broke with this. But yes, 28 years later, they would have all starved to death. And if it was 28 years only on Great Britain, that's not a big fucking place. They would have ran out of food. There's no way these zombies are surviving 28 years. There's so many problems with this movie. It's such an abomination. I'm so offended from a franchise that I enjoyed that they would do this. And
Yeah,
whoever the fuck's rating it 90%, you're out of your mind.
yeah, it's. I think that we're told to like it. It's almost like an art film, and the pregnant zombie, of course, is like the pregnant woman in Dawn of the Dead, who then she gives birth to a zombie, and then the zombie gives birth to a regular baby. And it's Danny Boyle and Alex Garland are not stupid. They're smart people. They're smart filmmakers, smart writers. And it amazes me that this is what they came up with. These I don't mind that things evolve. That's fine. But it has to make sense where, and I'd mentioned to you that in Army of the Dead, Zack Snyder, well, Dawn of the Dead is Zack Snyder too, they had this very Italian feeling that they have a king zombie and a queen zombie, and there's even like a zombie tiger, and which I think was started by the Asylum, because they were doing zombie animals way before anybody else was. But it's boring. And then of course you're frightened, with the Ray Fiennes character. Oh my God, he's a lunatic. He's like Frankenstein. Don't go there. Oh my God. It's like Star Trek V, The Final Frontier, where they're like, you can't go through the barrier. No ship has survived the barrier. What do you mean? You can't do that. And they get through in like 2 seconds and nothing happens. Like all this buildup for nothing. And then we find out that he's this nice guy who's willing to help them out. And he's got the skulls, and the kid doesn't freak out because his mother's been killed and he's now holding the skull.
Right? How fucking retarded was that?
Yeah, it just doesn't, none of this, it makes sense. And even in the first film, if they're just going off the first film, they did say in it, New York and Paris are infected.
Yeah. So
if you have people on planes and boats and all that stuff, there's going to be a massive infection everywhere. It doesn't make sense. It's these guys don't know what they're doing after a while. It's like George Romero, Land of the Dead. It ends happily. The zombies go off on their own to kind of create their own society. The humans say, let them go, don't shoot them. And they kind of go off to do their own thing. And it's like, why? Why? And then you have like Diary of the Dead. Fine. You wanted to experiment. And then we have Survival of the Dead, which is 28 years later. And Survival of the Dead is one of the worst things I've ever seen. I really wish, and I'm sorry, I really wish Romero would have passed away before he did Survival, so we would just end with Diary. Survival is so awful. It takes away the greatness of the original trilogy, the Holy Trilogy, and it is just bad. They have this the woman zombie in years. She becomes friendly because she notices that the woman's trying to help her give birth. And I'd mentioned to you earlier, like in the Rings of Power, the new Lord of the Rings show, there have good orcs. They have families. They have wives and kids. Orcs are made to kill. That is the only reason why orcs are made, if you know anything about Lord of the Rings. So now we have to make, orcs woke. Now all of a sudden the zombies or raid zombies are woke. And it's just like, fuck you guys. You're such a and I wanted to see Train Spotting too. I thought of picking it up whenever we're at Zia, and I'm like, I don't know. What did they do to Train Spotting 2? I like the first one so much.
Yeah.
Maybe I should just leave it alone.
Yeah. And there are a lot of movies that is the case. You watch the first one and you just need to skip the second. We're going to talk about one of those in the pickups tonight. But let's get through a couple of the comments here before we need to move on. That's right. The Kiss Minnie looks like Minnie in Kiss makeup. That's hilarious.
Well, Peter Criss is a cat, so that she kind of looks like a cat. Yeah.
Okay. Funny. Biscuits McGee, what up, Biscuits?
Nightwalker,
what's up, Nightwalker? Are there many zombies? There are, and I mean, there's not like a huge, like herds and herds. There are some zombies and stuff, and if to give them credit, all credit where credit's due, the big kind of fat slug zombie was kind of cool. But you had some cool things like that, but so much of the movie was so bad. Robert C, the absolute legend, is in the house. He said the ending was weird, but me and Rachel liked it. Well, that's cool. Hey, you're not alone. Gail liked it as well, Robert. So there you go. And here's the thing:
the non-ending, because they're going to make 2 more films.
Well, that's correct. They did leave it very like open. But I'm telling you, man, those dancing, they look like a combination of like somebody from Clockwork Orange, and I forget what else I compared them to, but with their white suits and stuff. I just, oh my God.
You still need a beginning, middle, and end. It doesn't matter if it's meant to be a trilogy. You still need a beginning, middle, and end, so then you can watch each film on its own, but then still move into the second film or the third film. So, and to me, this didn't have it. It literally just ended.
And you're right. It's I mean, where we, the twerp gets saved by the dancing agent or dancing Clockwork Orange people, and then we're done. That's it. See you in the next movie. Man, but anyways, Balzer is in the house. So did want to say hello to Balzer too, Mr. Lurker himself. Let's see. Nightwalker, yeah. I don't know what, maybe the message isn't coming through correctly there, but somebody sent food to the island. That's so they're sending food to make the zombies survive. Just announced 28 years later, the Bone Temple 2026. Is that what it's going to be?
That's the title of the second one, and it's from the director of the Marvels, but she also did the remake requel of Candyman, which I absolutely loved, and I think it's actually the best Candyman. But then I don't blame her for the Marvels. That's Disney. So we'll see. There's a 50-50 on that one.
Yeah. Wicked Network says Batman 2 script finish. You are correct, sir. The Batman 2 script finally completes as Matt Reeves shares long-awaited image update. So there it is. It's not a image from the movie or anything, but it's like them with a script right there. Yeah. So let's see. The highly anticipated update for the Robert Pattinson-led long in development Batman 2 arrived in the form of a new picture Reeves shared on X. At first glance, the post looks like a simple black and white photo of the director sitting next to Tomlin. The DC duo is, you want to piss off, Ad? Is only part of the tease, though, with the real news being that it looks like there's a script featuring a familiar Batman-shaped logo. So maybe we not seeing the whole picture? Okay, so there's the Bat logo right there. So there's the full picture.
Looking forward to that, yeah.
Definitely, yes. So we feel really good about it. Gunn said at the time. Matt's excited. I talk to Matt all the time. I'm totally excited about it. So we can't wait to read the scripts, but we haven't read it yet, if that's your question. So we don't know what's going on with the Batman yet as far as the script or story or anything, but the script is in. So there you go. How about them apples? Oh, no, don't even look at that. We need to talk about a couple movies, John. We assigned homework.
Oh, yes.
And we're going to make this quick because we're already an hour and 15 minutes in. And
I
we
noticed
still
that.
have pickups. We still have pickups to do. But John and I issued homework to you all via Instagram, right? I think we posted on Instagram and maybe Facebook as well on the OGP and Dark Park Films page. But the remaining was one of the two movies, the other being Hack-O-Lantern, which we'll get to in a moment. But the remaining from 2014, it's PG-13, 1 hour, 28 minutes long. And it says,
Perfect.
Friends gather at a wedding, but the celebrations shattered by terrifying apocalyptic events, which force them to re-examine life, the choices they've made. And then maybe we don't get all of it there. It looks like it's dotted. But John, want to tell us a little bit more about the movie in your words?
Yeah, I saw the trailer for this on something, and I thought, oh, that looked really good, and so I purchased it and watched it. And this would be my second favorite like apocalypse film. This is The Rapture, and when I watched the behind the scenes, which is 20 minutes, I think, I found out that this was actually a religious film, that this is basically a movie made to scare the crap out of people, to be good Christians. And it's made by a Christian organization, which blew me away because this thing is violent. It is scary. It is not like the Left Behind movies. This thing is great. It's half found footage, half not. I love this thing. You got Christians swearing at God. You got atheists who now know that God exists but won't accept him. This is great. This is an absolutely fantastic film. I watch it every year, on New Year's Day. I highly recommend people watch this. And I think it said it's on Tubi, right?
It is on Tubi, and you could pay to rent it on Prime Video, but Tubi is the place. Yeah. And that's why we posted, the post said, check it out on Tubi, and we showed a picture of where you could watch it. So we definitely wanted to make sure the homework assignment was available to you all for free. It was a much better movie than I had anticipated after John kind of told me it was like drawing a blank. What's the word, John? What happened?
Rapture.
The Rapture. Thank you. I was like, I don't know, but John picked the movie, and I picked one, John picked one. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to check it out. It's only an hour and 28 minutes. Can't hurt that bad. Looks like it's pretty well put together, but I really enjoyed this. I thought it was very good. Whether you're believing, whether you're a believer, whether you are a person of faith or not, I thought it was still a fun movie in a horror movie sense. Not fun like comedy, but bad things happening. And I mean, that's why we watch horror. We want to see people get messed up, and you see people get messed up in this quite a bit. And the cast, I'm not going to lie, I didn't know anybody in this cast. Did you know anybody before?
Yeah, if you go back up, Vega right there. She's in Machete. She's in the Spy Kids movies. Yeah.
Okay, Alexa Pena Vega. Okay.
Yeah.
So for me, I didn't know anybody in the cast, but I thought it was
that's
very
good.
well.
You don't want big stars in this because you want it to look real.
Yeah. But I thought it was shot very well. I mean, obviously, production value wise, it was done very well. They did not screw up the production. As far as the story, I really liked it. I mean, you started out at a wedding, supposedly like the best day of this woman's life. She's getting married. And that same day, half the world dies, including her parents and a lot of her friends and guests at the wedding. And it's like, what the hell's going on? And they're trying to figure out. And then they start to get these signs of what is going to happen in the rapture, what the Bible says, what to expect, these noises they're going to hear, and these demons that are going to come down or whatever. So these things start to happen, and the evidence starts to add up, and they realize, okay, it's the rapture. And then toward the end, they're like, well, shit, if we didn't get, taken in the rapture, like, can we still go to heaven? What's the deal? And so they start working, some of them, toward that. And I don't want to completely spoil it, but we did issue a homework alert, so we're not too stressed on spoilers here. But this was very well done. Casey LaScala directed it, and let's see, Casey, he is a producer writer known for Donnie Darko, Cypher, A Walk to Remember. So he's been involved in some other great movies. I'd like to see specifically, as a director, only The Remaining and something called Grind,
which is Jonathan Moody and I reviewed that because of The Remaining. It's a skateboard film. So on one hand, he's got a movie that's about the rapture. On the other hand, he's got a movie about skateboarders going to like competition. So I do own Grind. I got to be honest, I didn't like it. So Jonathan said, yeah, I knew you wouldn't like it.
That's funny. So IMDb has it at a 4.3 out of 10, which I feel is a little bit low. In thinking about it, giving it some time, I really enjoyed this movie. A lot more than I thought I would. And the pacing was great. I don't know what I would change if I was going to change something. So that, to me, that adds points right there. But just sitting back and thinking about it and how much I enjoyed it compared to other movies and stuff, right now, right when I was finished with it, I was blown away. And I think I was so happy because I liked it so much that my score was a little skewed. And at first I was thinking like a 4 out of 5, but I'm at a 3.5 out of 5 on this, 3.5 stars for me here, which would average out to a 7. So, sorry. And Balzer, we can't do 6.5s anymore because, because a 3 would be a 6 and then a 3.5 would be a 7. So I can't do the good old 6.5 anymore, or else maybe it would wind up in that range. But 3.5, that's where I'm at. 3.5. Where are you at with your rating on this, John?
4.5, but closer to a 5 than a 4.
5 being perfect.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And I mean,
there's 3. There's The Stand, which I watch every year, the original Stand, and then The Remaining, and This Is the End. Those are and then I put after that Left Behind with Kirk Cameron, because I love the Kirk Cameron Left Behind film. I'm telling you, man, the great thing about being, an atheist is that you can watch all these films and they don't, there's no, like, you look at things in a completely different way. And so I do watch, all these religious movies from a different skew or a different point of view than some other people would. I love the Kirk Cameron Left Behind movies. I own every one.
Yeah. Balzer says no one here did the homework. I believe you, Balzer. Nobody did the homework. We got to get to a couple comments because they lead up to something right here. Jeff says The Remaining kind of fell flat, a 2 out of 5 for me. Fair enough. Yeah. We, you know what? We all agree to disagree on things at times. And we won't hold that against anybody. Let's see here. I love the fact Crypto is in it. High hopes. Oh, talking about Superman, upcoming Superman movie. HC says, John, you should watch Unsane. John, have you seen Unsane?
No, I own it, and it is a Steven Soderbergh film, but his films are very hit and miss with me. So
where did we see Unsane at Zia Records, John? In the clearance bin.
Yeah, oh, that's right. Yeah. Well, and I think both of us got our copies at Dollar Tree, so that tells you something.
Correct. Yes. The copy I used to have. Unsane is a classic, according to OGB. Yes. It's a classic piece of shit, if you will, Balzer. Thank you for that. And HC, thank you so much for the super chat, HC. You
Yay.
rock. How many stars would you rate Unsane? We can't go negative. There's no way to go negative, and I am on a 1 to 5 stars because I live and die through Letterboxd now. That's where I rate everything. So 0. Unsane is a 0 stars for me, and it even, I mean, Matt Damon was on my Mount Rushmore of favorite actors. He fell off of my Mount Rushmore because of this movie. So yeah, a 0, an absolute 0. I don't recommend it. If you buy it, what you do, you buy it, right? And you take the movie out and you cut it in half and you throw it away. You take the artwork out and you throw it away, and you use that case to replace one of your other cases that's a little damaged. And that's the best thing you could do with that movie. So absolutely hated it. Absolutely hated it. Enough about Unsane, though. But HC, again, you rock. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. So we watched The Remaining. Then we also watched Hack-O-Lantern. So John liked The Remaining a little bit more than I did. I liked Hack-O-Lantern a little bit more than John did. Hack-O-Lantern from 1988, rated R, an hour and 27 minutes. So both these movies right at an hour and a half, which is perfect. A kindly old grandfather is actually the leader of a murderous satanic cult which sacrifices its victims on Halloween. Directed by some dude
spoilers.
Right? Directed by some dude that I can't pronounce his name.
Jag.
And stars High Pike, who Cinesoccer posted a comment on my post saying that he got to meet High Pike at a screening of Hack-O-Lantern a while back. So I was like, that's cool. I would love to have been there. So, and also it was available on Tubi. You could watch it for free. This is 4.7 out of 10. So the world in general likes this 4 points, or, 0.4 better than it does The Remaining, John Ward. So the world in general likes it. So to be completely honest, Hack-O-Lantern, there's a lot of slow parts. There's a lot of kind of weird parts. There's a weird stand-up comedy routine that just is so out of place. But when you look at, let's think about 80s horror. We got the party. We got some music that's kind of good, some that's kind of weird. But you get the 80s horror vibe. I mean, looking at like some of these pictures here, you if you want boobies, yeah, get plenty of them.
There's a lot of boobies, yes.
Let me hopefully I'm not going to show anything that will get us in trouble here. But I mean, looking at the pictures here, we get, not the ads, a good 80s. It's shot, some of it in a cemetery. People have sex in a cemetery. Come on now. I mean, that's good stuff. The party, the cop. Look at this. Look at this. Look at her, man. She screams 80s with her red lipstick and dyed blonde hair and everything. And then look at that. Look at that. She's got the box of Heineken, but filled with other bottles and stuff. There was so much 80s vibe in this. The grandpa guy was really weird. It starts off with the truck full of jack-o'-lanterns. You're getting people killed left and right. It was slow at points, but and maybe the story was, could have been better. Oops, damn it. I went too far. There we go. But I liked it. And it's on my list. I don't remember who recommended it, but somebody, one of the great friends out here, recommended it. And so it was been on my list forever. And I can never find it to buy it. So we watched it and talked about it. I liked it. I appreciate the recommendation. John, go ahead and kill my hopes and dreams.
I did not like it. It felt like 3 hours to me. The
Eh,
film makes no sense, and I can't do this stuff anymore. I've told this to Jonathan Moody. I can't watch this stuff. The only way that I would have owned Hack-O-Lantern is if one of these niche companies had a sale, and Hack-O-Lantern was $20, and now it's like $5, and I would have bought it with like 10 other movies, knowing that it has some sort of cult following, and it would be in my collection, but I would probably never watch it. Now, after watching it, I don't think it will ever end up in my collection. I just can't.
but
It just
Hack-O-Lantern. So when you say you can't do it anymore, talking about like bad B movies and stuff like that, Hack-O-Lantern was not a B movie. Look at that, $5.5 million budget. I mean, it was this movie. If you
I
look at the
can't believe
production
that.
value,
No,
with
I don't believe
the
that.
locations they had, I mean, there was a
It's
lot. There was a lot going on.
1988. That's like what
Yeah,
Star Wars cost.
well, I don't know
Well,
about
so
that.
they must be changing it for inflation. But no, I can't. No, no. I
I
just
I don't put this up there with the likes of Halloween or anything like that. I'm not a fool, but I don't even put this up there with Pumpkinhead. But I do put it right there with Pumpkinhead 2 or Auntie Annie's Meat Pies or Motel Hell. I put it right there with those type of movies. It is in that world.
I just can't. I just can't anymore. I can't. I just
Yeah. Well, John, we're all allowed to be wrong from time to time.
it's I'm just tired of watching this stuff, and I turned off the Mickey Mouse movie, and then we were watching Protector, and I'm just like, this is a movie. This is a great martial arts movie. Look at the
Yeah.
amount of work that was put into these fight scenes. Why am I
Yeah.
watching dog shit like this mouse movie when I could be watching something good? No, I just
Yeah.
no.
Well, Jeff Keaton says, I want to live in a town that throws a Halloween party with a totally nude stripper. A 3 out of 5. I'm getting the Blu-ray. I'm with you, Jeff. I'm doing it too. I am doing it too. It is a movie I must own. I could rewatch this once a year for Halloween. I definitely.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
that's
no,
like
you're making this out to be
that's like repeating 9/11 over and
Yeah,
over and
no.
over again.
This movie is not that bad. It is not that bad. The audio is fine. Maybe the cinematography wasn't as creative as it could have been, but everything's in focus. There is a
The sound was
solid
okay,
story.
yeah, I
You
mean
you have a grandpa who's a cult leader. He's trying to get his grandson into the cult. He kills his son because his son, that's fucked up. Right at the beginning of the movie, kills his son, and then grandpa's. This is a good crazy cult leader. Grandpa's trying to have sex with his daughter-in-law and then his granddaughter. That's a good cult leader right there. Because, I mean, if we know anything about cult leaders, they have sex with their children.
Give me Jim Jones any day. I'll take Jim Jones over any of
Okay.
this. So
Okay. Well, anyways, I like it. I highly recommend it. John, give us your unfair score. There's no way in fuck this is 0.
No, I can't. If we do homework assignments again and stuff, I can't do this. They got to be better movies. Like the remaining is it's like it has a budget and people cared about making it.
This was from 1988 and it was not mainstream filmmakers. Anyways, I give this a 3.5 out of 5. This was a fun movie. It's not a perfect movie, but it was very fun. So I enjoyed it. I will own it. I even text John saying that I need this in my collection. So I enjoyed it a lot.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I said, the only way that it would probably enter it is if I bought it but never watched it. Like Minnie, you've seen my collection. All this stuff behind me. I mean, a lot of these movies I would probably never purchase today. Just
no. Yeah, I was going to say, I know you have a lot of movies that are worse than this. So
I
anyway,
worked on some of them.
so anyways, there's our homework. Hopefully you guys watch those movies, enjoyed them. If not, go check it out. Sean, I do have Night Train to Terror, and I am sure I would be a betting man said John has it as well.
I don't.
have-
I know
You
of
don't
it, but I don't.
own Night Train to Terror?
No.
Wow.
don't.
Can I can I even get to my ends? Let's see. I
I'll reach for it. I'm helping you.
Night Train to Terror. And a very beautiful Vinegar Syndrome release right here. So we got to move on. Look at this. Wet Movie 1. No hangout with Aaron. Wet Movie 1. So Wet Movie 1 messages me saying something. Apparently the night before he said that Aaron was going into Vegas. And I didn't get that message because we were busy getting drunk as fuck. And then so he messages the next day saying, "Are you going to go hang out there?" And I'm like, "Aaron's coming to Vegas?" He's like, "Yeah, didn't you hear my message?" I was like, "No." But contrary to popular belief, I know a lot of people think that I'm sitting on my phone waiting for you to message me, any of you, and waiting for me just to sit here and respond. I'm not the guy that sits on my phone all day. You can message me, and sometimes I will not get it for days. So I did not get your message, Wet One. But that's cool that Aaron went into town. However, John and I were I was fucking smashed. John was drinking because I kept bringing John more beers. Trying to get him drunk enough to get in his pants. It just didn't happen. But
no, because we were too drunk to fuck.
There you go. But from the Double Down, we went back to John's. I was hungover as shit. Plus, I think Aaron and the boys would have been going down to the Strip. I have no desire to go to the Strip. I don't want any part of the Las Vegas Strip. Not until they get rid of parking fees and resort fees. I'm good. I'll go downtown. But downtown, Zia Records, Matt's house, John's house. That's about it. So, and I mean restaurants and stuff. But I get fart messages every day. You know this, sir. You know this. I mean, I'm not stupid. Believe me, when I feel a good fart coming on, I'm running for my phone. I'm like, Wet Movie 1 has to hear this. I would have thrown John out of bed. There, yeah.
I appreciate that. I wouldn't throw you out either. Thank you.
There you go. So we're done with talking about all this stuff right over here. Pardon me, John. We got a ton of pickups. I want to go through a couple really quick before I dive into our Zia stuff, and we'll just have to try and make them fast. Are you in a hurry to get to wrap up the video this evening? I wanted to say, are you in a hurry to get off? But I don't like saying that. Yeah.
No, I'm able to do that later on tonight. It helps me fall asleep.
Nice.
No, I'm okay. I'm all right.
Okay. I mean, maybe we go 2:30 or something tonight. We'll see how it goes. Anyways, I needed this movie in my life. I love this movie. It is great. It deserves every bit of praise that it has gotten. I needed to own a copy, so I broke down and ordered a copy of The Substance. And this is so good. Absolutely love this movie. And boom, we had to do 4K, baby. So The Substance, all in its glory in 4K. Love it. So I got that. And then what do you say if John Ward and I, ordered the Bay and maybe made something out of clay? I don't know. I just may. But the Bay, John and I watched this. We're going to review this. Be on the lookout for a review on John's channel coming up in the future of this movie. We're going to deep dive into this. But a good one that I could not find forever and ever and ever. It's been on the list, so I had to break down and order it. And I think John and I both ordered it. It was what about $8 or so, right?
Yeah, it's pretty cheap. It's the Blu-ray is outrageous. So this is really the best way to get it. It's a Barry Levinson film, surprisingly, and it is a great movie to watch on the 4th of July. If you're tired of all that other stuff, watch this. The Bay is great. Yeah.
Yes. Mr. Bones, what up, Mr. Bones? Yeah, highly recommend it. Definitely recommend checking out The Bay. And then we know this just came out, and we had to have it in our lives. And I forgot to get all of my other Oz Perkins stuff out. Did you get yours, John?
Oh no, so did
So
I.
no, that's fine because we don't have time. But John and I both did just get copies of The Monkey, that funky monkey, and of course it had to be in 4K.
Brass monkey.
I've already rewatched this, and I loved it as much as I did the first time. John, have you rewatched yours already?
I did. The day that it came in, I watched it, and I mean, look at that. Stephen King, Oz Perkins, and James Wan. Man, this thing is great. Even on the second viewing, this thing was great. I love, and we are big Oz Perkins fans. We're big Oz Perkins supporters. I own all his movies, including some ones I picked up where he just acts in it, or he just wrote it, maybe as a producer. So I'm one of those guys that kind of picks up everything of a particular actor or director or whatever. The Monkey is great. Yeah, it is. If you have not seen it, you need to see The Monkey.
It really is. And so with that, man, the final scene of The Monkey, oh my God. That final shot, oh my God. So good. So anyways, if you guys haven't seen The Monkey yet, you've got to see it. Now I got to go through this box of movies that Gail sent me, the legend Gail. Sorry, Gail, I don't know if you're still here. I know it's getting very late for you. And I know Gail, with the medicine and stuff that he takes, sometimes he's not in it for the long haul. Gail, if you're not here, I love you. Thank you so much for this awesome box of movies. We're gonna talk about these right now. But thank you so much. Gail's always been such a great friend, and always hooking it up, sending stuff that he wants me to watch. So I've got a stack of things that I'll be checking out here. This is great because I've been looking for a copy of this original. I had the remake, did not have George Romero's Day of the Dead. Yep. This might be my favorite of them. This is a good one. I love this.
They're all good. Yeah, that's the Holy Trilogy. He should have just stuck with that and not made any more.
Yeah, so good. This is awesome, Gail. Thank you so much. And then Zombieland. Maybe I don't have Zombieland.
Love Zombieland.
Because Gail knows. He's seen all the pictures of my movie collection. So Gail knows. So I must not have Zombieland. I've not seen Zombieland 2. Is it worth it?
Yes.
Is it?
It's not as good as the first one, but yeah, it definitely has its moments.
Okay, dude, this is an epic movie. Absolutely love this movie. And then this is very cool. I don't know. I think I've seen the sequel, but I know I don't own it. But do I own? So I own House on Haunted Hill, but I don't have part 2. So he sent the double feature, House on Haunted Hill part 2 right there. So that is awesome. So now I have the sequel, and I'll have to rewatch. I'll have to see, because I don't remember. But the first one with Chris Kattan and all them, and the Marilyn Manson song, so good. Love House on Haunted Hill.
I actually like the sequel better than the original.
Shut up. Oh, look, here's Gail.
No,
Gail
you shut up.
Here's Gail. What up, Gail? So maybe, I don't know, is Gail a little bit behind? I don't know, saying, let's see your pickups. So the House on Haunted Hill, and then this one I know I don't own, Dracula 2000.
That's a
so
good
there
one.
you go. Gail has sent me a few other Dracula movies, so my Dracula collection is really starting to beef up, thanks to Gail. So,
and there's 2 sequels to that.
Oh, okay.
Part 2 being my favorite.
Okay, very nice. So I'll definitely add that to the watch list. And then this, a Ja Rule, Steven Seagal, and I don't know who Morris Chestnut is, in Half Past Dead. John, we've been doing some action movie watching lately. So there you go. Maybe do you own Half Past Dead, John?
Not yet, but I am slowly collecting Seagal and Van Damme. So I like getting the collections, of their movies all together. So
very nice.
But I have seen Half Past Dead, but I just don't own it.
Okay. Very cool. Yeah, I will definitely. We got a stack of movies here, and maybe we'll mix in some of them as homework. We'll have to see what's available out there for everybody to watch. But Gail, Thank you so much for those
Very cool of
that
you, Gail.
awesome box of movies. That's so rad of you to do that. Thank you so much, Gail. Let's get through a couple comments here real quick, and then we'll dive into our Zia Records pickups here, everybody. So sorry, I don't like the substance. Oh, hated so much. Mario, interesting.
I have to agree.
You didn't like the substance?
No, I like the nudity. I could appreciate that. I like the body horror. It was very David Cronenberg. I'm just so tired of movies that bash men. That's all this film was just bashing men.
I didn't take that.
You know, not all men are fucking assholes. We're not all, you know, I'm so tired of it.
Yeah,
So no, it was
all
fine.
right.
Maybe I need to rewatch
Wow.
it. I don't know.
Oh, I think you do, in my opinion. I love, because so much of the substance they paid homage to, and I don't know, you don't care, but to Kubrick. There was so many his film techniques and shots and stuff that
like
were
Kubrick.
paying. Well, you always talk shit about The Shining, sir.
Because it's not the book and the miniseries is better.
You know what I gotta say about that? OGP John Ward, good evening, gentlemen, and all that. What up, Killer Care Bear, and all that? Shout out to Gabe. Hello, Aunt Alicia.
That's the Day of the Dead.
Okay, everybody, if you would hit the thumbs up button, I would appreciate that. Where are the goddamn Twinkies? There you go. That is correct. Zombieland is my favorite zombie movie. I love it. Nice, very cool.
Great film.
And Robert C says, OGP, my favorite movies of the year so far: Sinners, Ballerina, Warfare, and The Monkey. That's a great list. That is a great list. I just have to take out Sinners because I haven't seen it yet. But Ballerina, Warfare, The Monkey, those top three, that's probably, I'm probably right there with you. And I'll see Sinners at some point soon. So Half Past Dead is good. Nice. And I have the VHS, Descent. Everybody smash that thumbs up button. That's coming from the Lurker. So I advise, you do not want to get on the Lurker's bad side. You don't want to do it. You don't want to do it. OGP, I got my Jaws 50th anniversary steelbook in the mail today. Very nice, sir.
Very cool.
Very nice. Dracula 2000 soundtrack is awesome. Nice. Yeah, that's cool. I love movies with great soundtracks. That's awesome. Man, The Matrix and what was the other one I was just thinking has a great soundtrack? One of the Punisher movies. I forget which one, but one of the Punisher movies has an amazing, it's got like Slayer and Megadeth in it or something. So thank you, Gail. And let's dive in. Let's talk about what we got at Zia. Do you want to go in any particular order? Do you have any thoughts or anything on this, John, how we're going to do this?
I just have them divided up of DVD and Blu-ray. Do you want to start with Blu-ray?
Sure. That's basically how I did mine as well.
Okay.
You first, sir.
All right. So these are not in any sort of order at all. My first one is, and I know this is something that you do not care about, but I'm into the whole superhero thing right now and collecting movies that are superhero. And so the first one I have here is Injustice. It's a DC animated one where it kind of with Batman v Superman. There's that in the futuristic thing where Superman's all evil and he's like torturing Batman and all that. That's kind of this that there becomes like a really evil Superman, and so it's instead of Justice League, it's Injustice. So I picked this up, and I'm looking forward to watching that.
Nice. I have had The Guest on my list for a while because of one of you. Again, I have my list, and when you all make recommendations, I try to write them down. But The Guest is something that one of you recommended, and I picked this up. David is a perfect guest, friendly and helpful. The charismatic soldier arrives at the Peterson family doorsteps, claiming to have been a friend of the beloved son who recently died in action. And you can tell from there, he's not really who he says he is, but paid $7.99 for this on 4K. So I was very happy. It does have the little logo, but don't worry. It says region free. So for $8, very happy.
That's a great deal.
Cross one off the list there.
Okay. Then mine is, I picked this up. A lot of these were really cheap, or it was like buy 2 for $5 or $1.99. So I grabbed some bad stuff. I've heard this is absolutely horrible. It's a girl boss movie, so that says a lot right there. And that's the 355. I have
Girl
heard
power.
bad stuff about this, and it is from the director of what is considered to be one of the worst X-Men movie, which is Dark Phoenix. So it's got a decent cast, but I have heard nothing but bad stuff about this.
So you just went on a rant about how you can't watch all this bad shit anymore, and then you go and buy something you know is going to be bad. What's up with that, John?
Because it's well produced. They actually put a budget and time into it. Okay. Even though it's bad, I don't think that they intentionally made this to be bad. It just ended up being a bad girl boss movie. So
okay, well, it's no Hack-O-Lantern.
No, it really isn't. So
The Exorcist. Never seen this before. First time watch. Gonna check it out. No, I kid.
There's
The
nothing
Exorcist.
to say.
Yeah, The Exorcist that I own is a DVD. Bid you farewell, my fellow legends. Gail, have yourself a good night. Thank you
Gail.
again.
Have a good night.
Take care of yourself. Get some rest, sir. We will talk to you soon. Peace out, brother.
See you later.
But I upgraded this to Blu-ray. I was always on the fence because, to me, The Exorcist, I don't need that 4K of The Exorcist or anything. So I was hesitant to ever upgrade. But this has the extended director's cut. So, and it was only $6.99. So I thought, why the hell not? I should have The Exorcist on Blu-ray. So
yes, you should.
I thought I would upgrade that.
This one is I saw it at the last second and threw it into the basket, basically for one reason. It's Mel Gibson. And so this is a film I've never heard of. He's in it with Kevin Dillon, and it's called Hot Seat.
Oh, yes. I do remember you seeing Hot Seat. I've never seen it, though.
I have no idea what this movie. I just happened to flip to it, and it was like, oh, that's Mel Gibson. And I don't care what people say. Good actor, good director, good producer. I don't care. I like Mel Gibson. I know he can be a shit, but I like him. I've liked him since The Road Warrior. So.
Oh, yeah. Robert says, OGP, don't know if you saw my Instagram, but I got my 50th anniversary Jaws cup. Nice. I have not seen that, Robert. I will go try and check that out. But very cool. That's awesome. Yeah, 50th anniversary, man. It's a big deal for Jaws. That's very cool to get a little merch from that. Dazed and Confused soundtrack is the best album ever.
It's a really good soundtrack, yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
And a good movie.
Maybe one of these days I'll watch the movie and be able to talk about the soundtrack.
Man, it is walking and talking. I don't know if you would like it. I think it's great. I mean, it has Mila in it, so I own it just because of her. But
I mean, the cast and the idea and everything is good, but I'm like, I remember trying to watch it at one point and I was bored off my ass.
At that point when they made Dazed and Confused, nobody was known. Like these are all right after that, they all skyrocketed. So
wow, nice. The Guest is a good one. Nice. Injustice was a video game. There were 2 games, and I own them and are quite good. Very nice.
I haven't seen the movie yet. Good.
Let's see here. Get out of here with that. What do you get out of here with what? Get out of here with what? Me saying I haven't seen Dazed and Confused. Is that what it is, or something else? Not sure. Does a Blu-ray have Exorcist documentary? It 3-part documentary on the movie's production and legacy. So yes, it's got the extended cut and the 3-part documentary. So yes, it does. Sean just says Chud's a great movie. Sean 420 is also out. Have a good night, Sean. Good to see you. Thanks for hanging out with us. Robert's older than Jaws. Good Lord. Robert, you're not the only one here older than Jaws.
I'm 57.
And I'm 30. Remember?
That's right. You are. Or 300.
Dazed is a classic. Yeah. Robert, you old fart. Yeah. Man, there's a few of us that fall into that old fart category. That comment was about your joke of not seeing Exorcist. Okay. Yeah, no. Yeah, no, I have seen Exorcist many times. One of the best. Okay,
but it ain't better than Exorcist Believer. That's the best one.
Ooh. Ooh. I don't know who's next, so I'm just going to show the pulse. I picked this up. Or no, this is just pulse. So I did just watch Pulse and sorry if I got all loud there in your ears. So this is Pulse unrated here, and I've got Pulse 2 and 3. John says these are nothing to do with each other.
They're not related.
Okay. And I'm not suggesting they're related, but this Pulse is about Wi-Fi. You can't be anywhere near Wi-Fi or the ghost will come out and get you. This Pulse is yes. This Pulse is about electricity. You can't be near electricity or the ghost will come out and get you. I think it's the same kind of story, but this one was just made before Wi-Fi was a thing. I will watch it and then I will tell you. I don't know if that's it, but there's a Pulse about a haunted washing machine. This says like electricity. It may have haunted washing. Is the stream lagging? I hope it's not lagging. Anybody else having connection issues? I haven't gotten any notifications that were lagging. So in viewer wise, I think we're still okay. So I hope it's not lagging, Balzer. But Pulse, anyways, I'll check it out. It says the ultimate shocker. So there you go. At $9.99. This was $10, but to me, irregardless of whether it's associated with anything else or not, it looks like a fun watch. So I definitely want to check it out.
Okay. I then got a oh my god. Oh,
oh man, it's past his bedtime.
It is. See, this is an oldie but a goodie.
John, when you start a stream, you go 3 Diet Cokes deep. You keep
I just had a cup of coffee and now I'm on the Coors beer. I figured I might as well drink that since I have it here. So
nice.
Oldie but a goodie, Panic in the Streets. So this is a Jack Palance. It's from the 50s. He has a virus and there's a doctor trying to find him and he's infecting people with it. Well, it's like radiation or something like that is on him, but it's an oldie but a goodie. I've always wanted to see it and now I own it. So there we go.
Very nice. Very nice. NG says, is Final Destination Bloodlines worth the $20 rent or is it a stream watch? So I loved it. John is not as big a fan as I am. I loved it. I don't know that I would spend $20. I may wait at this point. It's still in my theater. If I wanted to go see it, I could have gone and seen it earlier today. So you could check if you're going to go spend $20 to go see it. Go see it at a matinee for like $10 a person. But it is amazing. I will be purchasing that when it comes out. I want a 4K of it. So hopefully that helps answer your question, NG. I think Coors explains John's comments about heckling. I think you're right, Jeff. That's probably what it is.
It could be because I never drink Coors. I'm not really a Coors person. I like Sam Adams. So that could be that somehow my brain isn't functioning correctly because it's Coors.
See, I do love some Sam Adams. I get the variety packs. I love the cherry wheat, the winter lager, the summer ale. I love them all. But you cannot put back Sam Adams like the way I was putting back Coors Lights the other night, or you would die.
Well, yeah, because it's Coors is basically water. That's why you could drink 20 of them, but you can only drink 2 Sam Adams.
And so's your mom. So
that's fine. I don't like my mom. So say whatever you want.
So I'm going to show 3 movies next here that I picked up, and that would be A Quiet Place. I paid $6 for this, and then A Quiet Place Part 2. This is an upgrade. I had the DVD. This is a new first-time purchase. $8.99 for A Quiet Place Part 2, and $10.99 for A Quiet Place Day 1. So I have the entire franchise that is out right now as we wait on more from this franchise. But this, I'd just been waiting for this to drop in price to finally find it for $11. I was happy. And I've noticed that a couple times lately, that movies that have been $20, $25 at Zia Records now, we're starting to find used copies for like $11. So I was happy to get that entire franchise.
All good films.
Quiet Place, day one. Yes.
And then you're gonna have to help me with this title here. Guns. What is it?
Guns Akimbo.
Guns Akimbo. There we go. So I picked this up. It looked very interesting to me, but I have heard only bad things until you told me that you really enjoyed it. So I'm going to go in with an open mind. But the reviews I have read for this have been awful. But I like the idea.
I don't understand that. I believe, I don't want to speak out of line, but I want to say Fat Samurai Guy and I both loved that movie. It has a 6.3 out of 10 on IMDb. That is a decent score. So you have Daniel Radcliffe, Samara Weaving, who I love, and Fat Samurai Guy loves, and some other familiar faces, but I don't really know names. Rhys Darby, but it is so good. That movie, Guns Akimbo, is amazing. You're going to love it. If not,
I think so.
I mean, it is what it is, but it's so good. It's so fun. Now, John, have you seen Novocaine? Have you seen Novocaine yet?
No, I'm letting poor Jack Quaid down, our buddy. I'm letting him down because I still have to see Companion.
Novocaine is a good. Novocaine would be an amazing double feature with Guns Akimbo. That would be an amazing double feature. That's all I'm going to say about that. Let's see here. Preminator's in the house. What up, Preminator? Hey, OGP and John. Hope you guys are well. Hey, Antonis. I saw Megan 2, and I enjoyed it. Had lots of action. Okay. Very nice. And Preminator, did you post something about that, like on Instagram or something? I'm wondering if I saw your comment out there somewhere. Greg says, John, do you have Van Damme's Bloodsport on 4K? Also, correct me if I'm wrong. Did that get released in the States or was it released on 4K as an import? Do you know about that, John?
I don't know about a 4K. I mean, I know that I think I've only seen it on DVD. I don't think I've seen the Blu-ray of it. So I want them to do for some of these like a collection, where you can get, because there's like 4 Bloodsport films. There's, and then there's like kickboxer movies and there's all this stuff. So they need to release all these things on a collection.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you guys seen the trailer for Deep South Death House? I have not.
No.
Okay. Cody just finished watching all the videos Brendan did out in Alabama. They were fun videos. He should upload them publicly soon. Oh yeah, I'm sure they're for his channel members only right now. Very nice. I'm glad you guys had a good time, Cody. That's awesome. And you are one hell of a great friend for flying a Wet Movie One out there to hang out. That's cool. Did Megan 2.0 have any horror scenes? Oh, I think you're asking Preminator. Let's see here. No, bud, no Instagram post about it. Okay, so it was somebody else. I saw somebody else that is like in that hangs out here with us post something about it. So Robert C says Novocaine was really good. Yeah, I agree. Robert.
I gotta see it, man.
The new Jurassic World movie is coming out this year. Anybody excited? It's coming out this week, Larry. This week. I think a few people are. And Cody, did I see you mention something about you saw the new Jurassic World? I think Cody said he saw it because Cody works at a theater. Let's see here. Mostly action movie. It copied T2 a lot. Interesting. Okay. My next movie that I picked up is one that I've been needing to see for a while, and I keep forgetting. Oh wait, who is it? You just showed one, right?
Well, how many Blu-rays do you have left? I have one.
Oh, let's do it at the same time. Same time. Ready?
Okay, wait. Hold on. Let me grab it.
Okay. On a count of 3. And when I say 3, so I'll go 1, 2, and then 3. So 1, 2, 3. You're always a little bit behind. Ooh, Dead Water. Ooh, okay. Ooh, oh, ooh, oh.
Oh, brother, no. Oh,
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood over here for $8.99.
Loved Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It is Tarantino's best film. If he stopped making movies, that would be the perfect friggin' film. God, that movie is good. It is awesome. I've seen it 3 times. Love,
It's
love.
all right. It's
You
all
haven't
right.
even
It's okay.
seen it. You
I
haven't
know.
watched it yet.
I know.
I
I
keep
need to
trying
watch
get
it.
you to watch
I need to watch it. And I didn't want to pay to stream it. So I was like, I'm just going to buy it. So here it is. Wha-bam. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I need to check this out. Been
Well,
meaning to watch it. I haven't ever got around to it yet.
and it has a cast of like a ton of all the women that are in the Manson family are. It's like Sydney Sweeney and it's like it's
Oh,
everybody.
yeah.
It's like
Oh, no,
all
no.
of these.
Yeah, the cast. No, no, no.
No, it's like you really have to. You look in the whole Manson crowd, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh shit, oh shit, oh shit,
Yeah.
and you realize that all these people were in there kind of before they were anybody yet. This is
Nice.
interesting. I picked it up because it's Casper Van Dien and Judd Nelson. I am
Oh,
a
yeah.
huge Judd Nelson fan. I would like to work with him one day, but that's the reason why I picked it up. So, and I like Casper Van Dien too, but Judd is the guy. So.
Deadly. I thought I owned Dead Water, but I'm not seeing it. Dead Heat, Dead Next Door, Dead Pit, Dead Ringer, Dead Silence, Dead Silence, Dead Silence, Dead Snow, Dead Snow, Dead Sushi, Dead in Country, Dead Heading, Dead Lying, Deadly Renovations. Apparently I don't have it. I thought I did, but I don't. What are you going to do? I was going to say we should watch it, but let's see here. There is Collector's Edition 4K Overseas of Bloodsport. Okay. Hollywood is fantastic. Yes, I'm sure it's going to be. Love Tarantino. Yeah, that is it for my Blu-rays and your Blu-rays as well. So let's dive into the fat stack of DVDs we got over here. How many? Well, forget counting. You go first.
I only picked this up because it was like $1.99. I swore I would never put this into my collection. It is one of the worst remakes I've ever seen, except that it does have Amber Turd in a bikini throughout most of the movie. So at least you got some eye candy. And that is the remake of The Stepfather. This thing is I really should just have a section of just bad remakes because I keep buying them even though I shouldn't. But yeah, this is awful. It's unrated, at least. It originally came out as PG-13. The first Stepfather was awesome. I love the second Stepfather. There is a third one that's not bad, but it doesn't have Terry O'Quinn. But this is just, yeah, I don't know why I bought it, but except for that it was like $1.99.
Nice. Fluffy says best fist bump ever, Judd.
Best fist. So. Would that be, is that Breakfast Club that you're referring to? Because I think he does do a fist pump in Breakfast Club.
Judd Nelson? Right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm missing your point there. Fluff. Maybe Fluff is talking to somebody else about something. I missed it. I don't know. My apologies. Reggie is in the house. What up, Reggie? You know you're a horror fan when you have a whole row of dead movies on your shelf. Oh no, I know. And we didn't even get to the death. The death is another whole row. And I think I even started like in the R's or something. We didn't even start at the beginning. No, there's a lot of dead movies. Yes. Why don't you like Amber Heard, John Ward?
Well, her name is Amber Turd, and she is a harpy. She is one of the worst people in Hollywood. I am on team Johnny Depp. She's gorgeous, but she is an absolute harpy, and she is horrible. So I do not like Amber Turd at all. So what?
Sorry. I hope the stream isn't lagging right now. My internet just took a shit. Hopefully everybody can see us still good. I don't know what's going on with my intranet right here right now. I don't know. So if we're lagging a little bit, I apologize. Okay, good. Yeah, it looks like we're holding up all right. Just clicked on it. So anyways, Amber Turd. Yeah, I mean we are team Johnny Depp, I think is the main thing. Yeah. So I picked up a movie because I saw this. I was watching a movie and this was a trailer at the beginning, and I forget what movie it was I was watching, but it was for The Protector. And this was $3.99. Best $3.99 I've ever spent in my
Man,
life.
that's a good movie. Yeah.
If you have not seen Tony Jaa in The Protector, do it today. This is epic. Maybe one of my top 5 martial arts movies ever. It was so good. But I need to see a lot more. I'm not, like on the level like Fat Samurai guy who knows every single martial arts movie that ever existed. But this was so good. John and I just watched this last night in my hangover stupor, and it was amazing. We laughed. It was action. We had a great time with this. So highly recommend everybody check this out. And do not ever fuck with Tony Jaa's elephants. Don't.
No, never.
But this is a 2-parter here because I bought this and I bought The Protector 2, which when I told Fat Samurai guy that I bought this, he went, oh no, I wish you would have asked me about that first. Apparently this is terrible, but Fat Samurai guy says maybe you have some fun with it as a good bad movie. So, but this was $5. It was $4.99. So to get this whole collection for $9, or these 2 movies, anyways, I'm okay with that. I'm okay. I wanted to have both. We'll watch the sequel at some point. But I'm not expecting it to be nearly as good as The Protector. So, but awesome. This is the movie that John and I will probably break down a little more in detail on his channel coming up soon, should he so choose to want to do that, like with the Bay and stuff. So, but The Protector was great. John?
Yes, it was. Yeah, highly recommend. So they got this here. It looks to be a end of the world type of movie. Woman flips her car over and there's like a creature that's on it and trying to get inside. It says Mad Max meets Resident Evil. So I was
hold on. Say it like Pantera. Say it like Pantera. Fucking hostile.
Oh, jeez, I have no idea.
Oh,
I know one song for a Pantera. That's why.
Hostile.
No idea. But of course, it's End of the World, so I would buy it. So I buy everything End of the World.
There you go. This I got another 2-parter here, and I love me some Morgan Freeman.
Good movie.
Kiss the Girls. Great movie. I watched these not too long ago, streaming them. They were good enough to own. I was kind of, because they're on my list, but I was kind of waiting to get Blu-rays. But when you find it for $1.50 on DVD and for $2.99 on DVD for Along Came a Spider, you get the good Alex Cross movies. That other bullshit that's called Alex Cross, that's by that other guy, 76.5 thumbs down.
The band that's a cross-dresser.
Yes, these right here. Yeah, he could stay in his mama's house or wherever he does his other goofy movies. But man, love me Morgan Freeman. So very happy to get Kiss the Girls with, yes, Ashley Judd is great.
She is gorgeous in that film.
Who's his co-star in here? I don't think his co-star in here was like a bigger named Monica Potter. So I'm not really sure of her and anything else, but they were both equally good. So
yeah, both. I liked both films. So I want this on Blu-ray, but I picked it up on DVD. I absolutely love this film, and I love Kate Winslet. Revolutionary Road, directed by, at the time, her husband Sam Mendes, and it's got Leonardo DiCaprio in it. I love this film. I think this is an awesome movie, and
nice.
Yeah, it is really, really good. So it's one of my favorite dramas. She is gorgeous in this. I mean, I just buy films because people are gorgeous. So if the movie's bad, then at least you got 2 hours of somebody who's really good looking in it. But it's a period piece too, and it's very, very good.
Yeah. Larry says Pantera has many songs. Slaughtered, Walk. Yeah, Walk On Home, Boy. Cemetery Gates. 5 Minutes Alone. Yeah, Pantera rocks. You see Fat Samurai guy, if you've never seen his shoulder, on his shoulder he has, like, I think Pantera, Metallica, Slayer, maybe another band or two tattooed on his shoulder right there. But Pantera is one of the best.
I did see Down. I saw Down in concert. Does that count? The lead singer, Ben Samo?
System of a Down or
No, Down. The band Down with Ben Samo, the lead singer from.
Okay, yeah, like my clown shirt that says Down. No, I think my clown shirt is reference to System of a Down.
No, I think your clown shirt is reference.
Is it from Down?
No, the lettering is Down, but isn't it in reference to what's his face from House of a Thousand Corpses?
Well, Sid Haig, but they ripped off the logo kind of
the Down. Yeah.
So The Grudge 2, apparently, spoiler alert, The Grudge and The Grudge 2.
Nice. Noise.
Is there a third one, John?
There is.
They didn't have it though, so I didn't buy that.
You'll get it soon enough.
$5.99 and $3.99, so 6 and 4, so $10 for Grudge and Grudge 2. And I mean, with what they're about 20 years old now, right? So, I figure, I figured DVDs would be fine.
Yeah, no, they are.
Yeah.
I'm kind of going through. Let me see here. Oh, I'll do this one because we both like this guy. So I also picked up, because I don't own it, and I'm a big John Lithgow fan, so grabbed Ricochet with Denzel Washington and Ice-T.
Nice.
And John Lithgow, he could play the most friendly guy in the world, and then you turn that coin over, and he is just evil.
You haven't seen shit, John, because you have not seen Dexter. John Lithgow will blow your fucking mind in season 4 of Dexter.
I do want to see it because of him.
So good.
I started it. I watched the first episode of Dexter, and I'm like, well, when does John Lithgow get into it? Yeah, and I think they said like season 4, and it was like, I don't want to wait through all the seasons. So good. Hello, King.
So I was dying yesterday. I needed a beverage. And so John drove us through the Burger King drive-thru. And did she give us these before you told her it was my birthday, or did she give it to us after? No, I think she gave them to you, and you're like, oh, that's perfect because it's his birthday, right?
Yeah. So she already, we just got sodas, and then she gave us 2 crowns. So
and then we drove with the Burger King hat on, and I thought it was fucking hysterical. The picture kills me. That's why the thumbnail, I kind of cropped it out, but that picture just kills me. So I bought for 99 cents a movie called The Thompsons, which was on my list, and I don't know why, but John was like, isn't that the sequel to The Hamiltons, which I already own? But I think I bought this recently, and then one of you all, after I bought this, said, now you need to get The Thompsons. So I got The Hamiltons and The Thompsons now. How about them apples? This is like a double feature, like a franchise load of pickups for me this time, where I'm completing or adding to collections. So had that added on 99 cents. You kidding me? Gotta love the clearance bin at Zia Records. So The Thompsons. How about that?
There you go. Okay.
And it says Twilight meets Tarantino. So I'm hoping it's more Tarantino than Twilight.
Yeah. Oh, no. Don't you mean you hope that it's more Twilight than Tarantino? My mother. My next one is a female revenge movie, I think. Gory, fascinating, and revolting. Gory? And that would be Corey, like Corey Feldman. Gory.
Gory.
We
like gory. Oh, Alice Kills?
Oh. So I've seen the cover, but I've never seen. It looks like like she's attacked and then takes revenge. Always up for a good, like chick revenge movie. So
yeah, chick revenge movies are good. What is that? What is that one that it came out on Vinegar or Severin a while back, where it's the girl who gets revenge. I'm drawing a blank, but it's so good.
Oh, you need to see Revenge. Oh my God, that's a good one.
I bought this because John Ward told me that he wouldn't be my friend if I didn't buy it anymore, and that's Quarantine. And it was $1.99, but this is like a wreck, right?
Yeah, it's the American remake of Wreck, and you told me that you don't like subtitles, so I recommended that since it's almost a shot for shot, word for word remake.
Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, I have the Wreck box set over there, and I'm trying, man. I am trying, but
There is Quarantine too. They made a sequel to it.
There's so much dialogue, and so I'm just reading, not able to look at the action, and so it's frustrating. So, Quarantine, $1.99.
Can't beat that.
Out of your mind? Oh, hold on. Joseph from 505 Entertainment. Is Zia Records in New Mexico? Unfortunately, I do not believe they are.
Mm-mm.
Now, depending on where you are in New Mexico, may or may not be too far of a drive. I mean, if you're in Albuquerque, it's pretty far. But they do have Zia Records in Tucson, Arizona. So Phoenix has like 6 locations, I think, and then Tucson has the one, and Vegas has 2. Those, I think that's all of them. But Joseph, if you cannot make it there, Zia Records is online. You can buy anything in their stores online. John likes to go reserve movies online and then go pick them up. Or no, you call them and reserve them, right?
Yeah, because I want to make sure it's the correct film, and then I go down that night or the next day to pick it up.
Okay. Pretty close to Rio Rancho. Is that down south by what's that big city? Not Alamogordo. I can't see my maps. What big city is Rio Rancho by? I need to see. I need a map. Rio Rancho. Oh, so you are up north of Albuquerque. Okay, so yeah, you're way up there. I would recommend just go to ziarecords.com and check them out. Yeah, Rio Rancho's up there. So Rio Rancho, you're in Breaking Bad land up there. So many filming locations up in that part of town, like on the north end of Albuquerque. I bet, have you ever gone out to filming locations? I love the filming locations for Breaking Bad there. John, I did Quarantine. Did you do something after that? I got so excited.
I didn't.
Sorry. Okay.
No. So this one is and sorry, I just ran out of steam taking these stickers off last night. So half of these have stickers and half don't. But this is Animal. I have no idea, but
okay.
Animal. So
I can't remember how the Def Leppard song goes, but I was going to sing it there for a second.
Animal is one of their best songs. So. And only $1.99, so not too bad. It's got the clear box. So does it have a reversible cover? Let me quickly take a look here. Oh shit.
Oh.
Yeah, it's actually got like a reverse. Oh no, it's got like a reversible cover.
Nice.
Yeah. There we go.
I got knock.
Oh.
I got this. It was $3.99. I was a little on the fence about it, but I had not spent that much money, and so I was like, it says unrated director's cut, and the artwork is cool. So, and I took the other stickers off all of mine, but I left the price because last time I took the price off, I couldn't remember how much I paid for everything. So, $3.99 for this. Look at that artwork; looks very cool.
And there is
a eyeball. Okay. And the artwork on the back and everything looks great. So looks like hopefully a fun watch. So knock.
Okay, cool. A zombie movie, Clash of the Dead. After 100 years, they have risen.
Oh, yeah, that's cool looking artwork right there too. I like that zombie.
Yeah, I'm guessing looks like a zombie back there. So
nice. What company put that out? Is that RLJE?
Uncorked.
Oh, Uncorked. Okay.
Yeah.
Uncorked. So they're hit or miss. Some of their stuff's good. And then this needs a new case, but I like the artwork. It's kind of reminiscent of it a little bit, but also at the same time, there's a little video camera down there.
That's a cool cover.
keep watching. Yeah, I like it. And then you see and kind of faded in the background, like the images that are watching there. I have written a script for a film, and parts of the ideas of this kind of went like, oh, that sounds like my movie that I'm not going to tell anybody about because I don't want anybody to steal my idea. But You'll Die Down There. So looked kind of cool. I'm kind of excited to check this one out. I love this artwork. So, and that was $1.99.
Not bad. Hey, I'm just going to point something out here. I don't know if Scotty is a nice guy or not, but I think what he just said about Larry the Batman fan is very rude. And because Larry is a nice guy. So there's been no problems with him. So, Scotty, you're a very rude person.
Yeah, well, one thing or another, Scotty, however your opinions are, we don't share stuff like that here. So, okay. I put Scotty in timeout. Yeah, Scotty, even if there are problems with him, that is, I don't know, Scotty, John. That is between you guys. We don't do drama here, okay? So if you want to deal with that elsewhere, go ahead, but we just don't do it here, okay?
Yeah, we're all friends here. We're all here
Yes.
enjoying the evening. Don't be a jerk.
Correct. And I personally have never seen Larry be disrespectful. So
No, not at all.
So I did keep watching. John, you're up.
Okay, so next one is a Dolph Lundgren film. I like Dolph Lundgren quite a bit.
Okay.
It's called Don't Kill It. Bring on more demon killing mayhem is the review. So it looks like he's a demon hunter.
Okay. Why wouldn't he want to kill it? That's interesting.
Yeah. So yeah, I thought that looked kind of cool. And it's cheap, these are all like $2. So why not? Even if it's bad, you just sell it.
There you go. Correct. This one also got out of the clearance bin. John and I went to town on the clearance bins this weekend.
That's where we hit. When we go to Zia Records on Eastern, we immediately hit two like sci-fi horror bins. In the middle is like something else. But we take each side, we go through, kind of show each other some movies, and then we swap. Then we go over to the other side.
It used to be called the Thrills and Chills, but they've changed it. But that bin. But I used to go there all the time and just come home with stacks and stacks of movies. But I've tried to not buy as much out of there unless it looks really good. I used to buy everything that I didn't have that was cheap. But now I'm a little more selective. But they had some good stuff in there, man. So yeah. Man, okay. Guys, please. Yeah, no, yeah. Drama free, please, guys. The Devil's Chair I got, and Evil Works in Mysterious Ways. It does have a very cool cover. So, Larry, please, on here, Larry, don't even respond to him. Okay, I don't want that here. Larry, I don't want to put you in timeout.
Just trolls,
I put them in timeout. Yeah,
they're just trolls. Don't worry about it, man. We like you. We got nothing against you, so don't worry about it. Man.
I'm not taking sides. I'm just saying I don't know the history or I don't know what's going on, but I don't want it here. Okay. Because I don't know them. Maybe they're good people as well, and they have a disagreement with Larry. We don't know, but we just don't want the drama here, guys. You can settle your differences elsewhere, please. Never open the door to a killer's mind. And so I just thought it was $3.99, but the artwork looks very cool.
Yeah.
And it's unrated. So hopefully it's fun.
Yeah. All right. So now mine, another end of the world type of movie called Survival. Survive If You Can.
Oh, yeah.
Get that out of the. But it looks like, there's something about a daughter being kidnapped, and then there's like a troop has to go in, and they find something that's not normal. So
okay.
Looks like
the apocalyptic end of the world type movies can be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I love them. So Okay.
even because it's kind of like zombies. It's the end of the world, but it doesn't have to be zombies. It could be something else.
Yeah.
A Blade in the Dark, a Lamberto Bava film, which John already owns. I saw it on his shelf. I got this for $6.99, and Blue Underground, nice case there and everything,
$100.
and it is kind of reversible artwork there too. So yeah, very cool stuff. And this is just a book of different movies that Blue Underground has put out. Nothing about the movie, but a Blade in the Dark. I got it because it looked good and it was $6.99. And Blue Underground usually puts out pretty good stuff. So, John, have you watched this before?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, long time ago, I was on an Italian, giallo kick. So yeah, I'd say that it's good.
I do enjoy some good Italian horror movies. Yes.
Yeah. Then I got this one because it is pretty bad. It's a TV movie. I think it's probably Sci-Fi Channel or something. But since I enjoy stuff like Death Race 2000 and all that, I picked it up, and that's Future Sport. So I think it's supposed to be more like rollerball. But it does have Wesley Snipes and Superman. So
nice.
Which
Dean Superman?
Cain. From Lois and Clark.
I love Lois and Clark. Lois and Clark. Great show.
Oh, there's Wesley Snipes with like the dreadlocks.
Oh God.
here he looks like Blade, but on the back here,
That's funny. That's funny. Man, did you hear they've talked about a new Blade movie coming out, and the artwork that they kind of showed for it is not Wesley Snipes. But Wesley Snipes is old, dude. I don't know if he can
they're
pull
making
it off.
A big mistake, man, by not doing one with him in it. That would make a lot of money.
Yeah. Hell. Got a movie called Hell from the executive producer of 2012, terrifying and suspenseful. Tim Furbaum or something. I don't know. But we got like guys in axes or something. Looks like kind of like apocalyptic kind of movie.
It is.
And then on the back, she's like walking down train tracks. Like the artwork looked pretty good. Survival is everything. So it is like, apocalyptic kind of looking.
Yeah.
So
you can also find it as Apocalypse. It's got two titles.
Wasn't 2012 supposed to be about the end of the world too? That guy that predicted the end of the world. So
yeah, 2012 is done by the director who did Independence Day. So
okay.
This one is a little weird. It's called Fast as Hell 3-movie collection: The Junkman, Deadline Auto Theft, and Gone in 60 Seconds 2. This is the collector's edition. And I like, the Gone in 60 Seconds with Nicolas Cage. I've seen the original, which was not bad. It's 70s. So I picked this up because it looks like it's got, like, they're trying to do something with it.
It's so funny because the artwork on there looks exactly like Gone in 60 Seconds or Fast and Furious. So yeah, they're definitely trying to.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of car things. So I think
Yeah.
So when I guess the remake came out and then they brought back out the original Gone in 60 Seconds, somebody probably did this. It says collector's edition. I've wanted to pick it up for a while, $1.99. So why not?
Yeah. There you go. Sorry, Larry, I had to put you in timeout. You responded to him. We don't do drama here, guys. Please. Snipes was Blade in the latest Deadpool. Yes, that is correct. And Reynolds tried to get them to bring him back as Blade for another movie, but there's some younger guy they want. Yeah, looking at Blade in that Deadpool versus Wolverine, or Deadpool, whatever Wolverine, he looked old, man. He looks old.
It would be like bringing back Mel Gibson for another Mad Max movie. It would be smart.
But Blade's a vampire, right?
Yeah.
So he doesn't age.
Well, it depends on what lore you go with. You can.
Yes, I guess. Yeah.
You can, make up your own lore. I think people would accept it. I mean, because it's just Wesley Snipes.
Okay.
They went with him, blanking on his name, the black actor that's the Academy Award winner, like of 2 Academy Awards, and he just quit because he's been on like retainer for Blade for like 2 years, and they just cannot come up with a script. So he's like, I'm out. I'm gone. It's like you just let an Academy Award winner go because you're an idiot.
Fucking Balzer. Black don't crack. That is in reference. And you know, you can say what you want, you can call it a stereotype or whatever, but yeah, you know, man, black people, they do have a reputation for their skin staying nice, you know, as they get older, man. Sometimes you never know. So yeah, they do stay young looking. So, but it just his eyes and his face, you could tell he's older. I don't know. But I mean, either way, I'll watch it. If they make a Blade movie, I'm watching it no matter what. And then if it turns out to be like the new Crow, I'll never watch it again.
Oh God, don't say that. So I picked this up, but I forgot to look for the actual movie.
Okay.
I really enjoy this film. It's called The Stuntman, made back in the 70s. Peter O'Toole, Stephen Railsback, and it's directed by Richard Rush. So this is the sinister saga making of The Stuntman, the Citizen Kane of backstage dramas. So I don't know. This is by itself. It's almost 2 hours. It's from Anchor Bay. So I don't know if this is on the actual movie, because it is one of those thicker boxes with the 2 discs from Anchor Bay. I'm very interested in this. Yeah, because Stuntman is a really cool movie.
There you go. Another one that John forced me to buy. So if it sucks, don't be mad at me. Venom.
That is a good movie.
John says it's a good movie. It's a vampire movie, right?
No.
Plus,
you would like it. It's New Orleans.
He never heard a
it's
soul
voodoo,
until the day he died. Oh yeah, that's right. You said New Orleans and voodoo and stuff. Yes. Venom is a fright-filled voodoo thrill loaded with sizzling cast of hot young stars set deep in the eerie swamps of southern Louisiana. I don't. Oh, no. I thought it said Joshua Jackson. It says Jonathan Jackson. I don't know who any of these people are. Do you know who created Dawson's Creek?
Yes, I do. I used to watch Dawson's Creek when it originally came out.
So who created Dawson's Creek?
What's his face who did Scream?
Thank you. So Williamson, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know why I'm holding up Venom as I talk about that. But anyways, I'm telling you, the Friday the 13th episode of Dawson's Creek is one of the greatest episodes of a TV show ever. It's so good. It starts off like Scream. Anyways, I'm done screaming at you about that. I kid though, but you know, Dawson's Creek is not as bad as John makes it out to be. Venom, I got that.
It's okay.
Because I was just in Louisiana.
I'll buy you a box of tampons. It's okay.
I you know what? I did look at Zia, but Dawson's Creek, you have to buy each season individually. If they had one complete set, maybe it would have happened. Who knows? Oh God. Mr. Bones says Venom's good. Okay, so vote of confidence there from Mr. Bones. Very nice. Yeah. What else you got, sir?
I have the original classic King Kong.
Oh.
From like 1933. This is a special edition. It feels like it has 2 discs. Yeah, disc 1, disc 2. So
okay. Very nice. Yeah, good old King Kong. Can't go wrong. Can't go wrong with the good old King Kong.
No, and this is one of the ones that's like 2 for $5. So
nice. For $3.99, I bought a movie that I did not own, and I could not believe that I did not own Dead Zone. I'm on a Ryman thing going on here. Didn't own Dead Zone. Now I do. It was for $4. Just $4. Stephen King's Dead Zone.
Dead Zone is so good. So good.
How about them apples, Jonathan? How about them apples?
I can't do it. I'm in the dead zone. No, it's not even close to him.
Christopher Walken, Martin Sheen. So there we go. Dead Zone. I got it. I didn't own it. I can't believe I didn't own it. It's one of those ones that like flew under the radar or whatever.
I have a question here from the Wicked Network. What is this?
Okay. My bad. Let me pull that up for you after I was done adjusting my hat there. Question for Sir John. Do you own the movie The Color of Money?
It's right there. It's right in my Tom Cruise collection. It's right there.
Oh, yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
It's a good film. I need to get The Hustler because it's the sequel to The Hustler. So I need to buy that one too.
There you go. What about the movie Drop Zone? I don't know. Drop Zone. I know Dead Zone.
Well, Drop Zone is Wesley Snipes.
Oh, okay.
It's not bad. It's Wesley Snipes action, so it's fine.
Okay.
Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah. Don't know if I've seen it.
My nose itches.
Yeah, sometimes that happens to me. I'm not picking it.
Yeah. Well, I'm hungry. I haven't had dinner yet.
Yeah.
Is it my turn to go, or did you
snack
go?
action? Yeah. No, your turn.
Okay.
I went with Dead Zone. So now you're up.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so this is following in my Shakespeare.
Can I just say something really fast? We have issues. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Buying all these damn movies every single time I go out there. We go to video stores and have to carry a basket because we get so many movies. Issues.
Yeah. But it's better than doing drugs. Right?
Yes. Crack is whack.
It is. And I used to murder hookers and throw them in dumpsters because they have no souls. And I've stopped that. So, because I started collecting movies.
That's kind of a good hobby as well, though. That may be kind of fun.
It is.
It sounds
so I picked this one up. This is a Shakespeare classic in a way. Richard III with Ian McKellen. Takes place. So it's 1995, and it takes place during World War I. So they've adapted, Richard III to World War I, and I find that to be interesting. So
okay. I don't know of that movie. Christian says Drop Zone is cool, and Mr. Bones said Vincent just released a fancy edition of Drop Zone.
Oh, okay.
I'll take a look at that. Who had the better wheelchair scene? Mac and Me or Friday the 13th 2?
That's a debate. That is a debate.
Can't we? I mean, I don't know if it would be on the level, but I mean, we had wheelchairs in Texas Chainsaw Massacre. We have wheelchairs in. Wow, am I drawing a blank? It's Hannibal or Silence of the Lambs?
Hannibal, he's in the wheelchair, yeah.
Where he's on fire.
Pushes him into the pit.
Yeah.
Oh no, Manhunter or Red Dragon. Yeah, the reporter is in the wheelchair on
Dragon,
fire.
that's right.
But then Hannibal is the main guy is in the wheelchair because Hannibal messed them all up. Yeah. And that's when his keeper throws him into the pigs.
Maybe we got to have a debate. Maybe House of G-Fam is onto something. We're going to debate the.
Both are good, but for different reasons.
Yeah, make a list of the best wheelchairs. Mac and Me, fucking hilarious.
I love Mac and Me. Mac and Me is so awesome.
So funny. John, did you make the movie Dead Hooker in a Trunk?
I did not. It's a good title, but I did not. But I did give crowdfunding money to Hooker with a Hacksaw. It's a Donald Farmer movie. So I am in the credits for that for crowdfunding.
I could actually see John picking up hookers and dumping their body out the side of the road.
It's happened.
He would be wearing well, you got the head of the clown still somewhere around, right?
Yeah, I do. Actually, yeah.
You'd be driving off with dead hookers going Oh fuck. Question, fellas, is there another movie video stores besides Zia out in Vegas? There used to be another one, Buybacks, but they closed down. Yeah. There's one other place that they used to have several locations, but they only have one location now, and it's on Sahara, not too far from the Sahara Casino in the Las Vegas Strip, near Paradise. I forget the name of it though, but they're not good. We've been there a few times and never buy anything.
But we also have Goodwill. They have a lot of stuff. We got Savers, so we go in there too. Yeah. So there's a lot of places to go to.
Yeah, but not video stores. It's Zia.
But not like Zia. Yeah.
Battle of the wheelchairs. There you go. There it is. John will be wearing a members only jacket. That's right. Yeah,
with a turtleneck.
Oh shit! Dead Hooker in a Trunk is a Saska Sisters. Oh, is it? Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Saska sisters, man. Like I want to like their movies.
Hit and miss.
Yeah. So okay. So what I last one I did was Dead Zone. Then you did.
Richard the
Did you do
Third.
one? Oh, Richard the Third. So then I have Mirrors too, because I have Mirrors. I just watched Mirrors, and it was very good. With that was Kiefer Sutherland, right? And
Yes.
I forget the wife's name, but anyways, that was a good one. And the little kid from that movie too, the boy was famous. Little, like I don't know if he's like mixed, half white, half black, freckled little boy. I've seen him in other stuff too. Mirrors 2, unrated. Have you seen part 2, John?
I've seen both. I think I liked them both.
Okay.
A long time ago.
Yeah, I haven't seen part 2 yet. The terror lives on. So I'll be checking out Mirrors 2. $4.99. So another one that was a franchise edition or completion or whatever.
All right, and then this is one that that you pointed out to me because it has one of my boys in it, Barry Bostwick, and that is some guy who kills people. It also has Kevin Corrigan and Karen Black from executive producer John Landis.
We like Karen Black, yeah. Karen Black,
and
she passed away, right?
Yeah,
she was like Mama Firefly in the first one.
Oh yeah. She's done a ton of stuff. So I've never heard of this movie. So, but it might be okay. So, but yeah, I like Barry Bostwick. Like also like Sam J. Jones. I kind of like these guys that were big back in the day, and now they just kind of do B movies. But that's okay.
Nice. Anybody who hasn't yet, if you would, pretty please hit that thumbs up button for us. Thank you very much. We got 28. It would be really awesome if we could get to 30 thumbs up before we wrap this up here. But thank you to everybody who has already done that. Turtleneck, who are you? Charles Bronson? He's John Bronson. There you go.
No, serial killers are known to wear turtlenecks. Like oh fuck, the really good looking serial killer. Why am I blanking on his name? Who escaped from the courthouses and all that type of stuff. Rode around in the VW Bug. He was the bassist for Buffalo Bill. No, not Dahmer. Come on, guys.
He was in a VW Bug and My Friend Dahmer, right?
No,
my friend Dahmer. They were driving in a VW
Bundy.
Bug when
Bundy.
Oh.
No, Dahmer hit the gay clubs. Bundy was in the VW Bug, and then he would use a van, and he had a fake cast, and he'd be trying to move furniture in, and a woman would come up and try to help him, and he'd hit her in the head with the cast, and then that's how they would be missing.
Okay. He's John Killimoff.
Yeah, I like that name. That's not bad. Thank you.
There you go. You need to change your deeds not words megaforce to like me. I'm the notorious OGP, aka Nog Ross, or the king of wishful drinking. Yeah, you need to get John Killimoff in there. That's funny. We got let's see. Mirrors 2 has Ren Stevens from Even Stevens, Topless. If anyone knows that show,
I know the show. Never watched.
Sounds familiar. Yeah. Huh. I'll have to check it out. But Mirrors 2, it's definitely on the list, so that's cool. Rise.
Do not know that one at all.
With Lucy Liu. Just watched Presence with Lucy Liu. Was pretty good. The director's a kook, but it was pretty good. Because that director made Unsane, right?
Sodom
Rise. Yeah. But anyways, but Presence was pretty good, but this has got Lucy Liu. I do enjoy Lucy Liu. My favorite, well, I mean, the movies, I like the Robert Downey son of a bitch. I'm drawing a blank here. John, help me out. Inspector movies, Robert Downey Jr. Why am I drawing a blank on this fucking guy's name? Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, detective. Okay. Yeah.
So, what was the one? Elementary was the name of the movie where Lucy Liu played, not Sherlock Holmes, but the sidekick.
Watson.
Yeah. But
Oh,
the
I
show
remember that
Elementary,
show.
I loved Elementary. That was great. Yeah. But Rise, unrated, undead, seduce, trap, and feast. It says. So it's got Lucy Liu being like a badass over here. So
Okay.
like Lucy Liu. So there you go. So I
All
grabbed
right.
that.
All right. Okay.
That was
Being a badass.
that was a $1.99, please, as opposed to $1.25. $1.25. I'm coming out of the booth. $1.25. John, you
Is
would
this
know.
Adam Sandler?
It is Toll Booth Willie. Yeah.
That is.
You
It's
know
Adam
it.
Sandler.
Yeah, Toll Booth Willie. It is Adam Sandler. Yeah.
Why would I know that?
I'm coming out of the booth.
I'm not funny. I'm Adam Sandler.
I'm coming at Shia LaBeouf. How funny. Older sister in the show. Oh, Shia LaBeouf's older sister. Okay.
Oh, don't know. I'm slowly
Zombie.
warming up to Shia LaBeouf. I haven't liked him in years.
I think I got zombie strippers, but I haven't
But
watched
there's
it.
two zombie strippers though.
Oh.
There's two different ones.
Like a part one, part two, or they're just two unrelated?
Two totally different movies called Zombie
Okay, so I don't know which one I got. Greg says OGP in the other place on Sahara Ave was Celestial Comics. Oh no, not Celestial Comics.
There's like
It's-
Rogue Comics, I think it's called.
Yeah, no.
Or Roughnecks or something.
I know, like down there is like, well, it's where the Sci-Fi Center moved. There's a comic book store over there. But I'll let you know real quick what the place is. Okay, I'm pulling up a map because I know exactly where it is on the map. And there is Sahara. It's like right here. It's called Record City. Record City. So they always close early too, was a problem for us. We would go there late. They're open 9 a.m. till 7 p.m. Except they're closed on Sundays. So, and it says hours might differ. I think they close at like 5 though. But Record City, it's on the corner of Sahara and Santa Clara. So there you go, Record City.
Okay, I could be wrong. I guess that there is only one zombie strippers. I could swear there was 2. Oh no, I'm thinking Dance of the Dead. Dance of the Dead. There's one with Robert Englund, and then there's one with like high school students.
How
Dance
do you
of the
confuse
Dead.
Dance of the Dead with zombie strippers?
Well, remember, I do kill prostitutes and throw them in the dumpsters because they have no souls.
Good enough for me.
Okay, so my next one is one that you recommended to me, and I got to get a new box on it because the stickers wouldn't come off very well. That is Mask Maker, Meet Your Maker.
Yeah.
So,
Who does that star, John? Who does that star, and why did I tell you to buy that?
oh, I think it's a Tree Williams, Michael Berryman,
Guess again.
Jonathan Breck.
Jonathan Breck, the creeper.
Well, I would get it for Tree
himself.
Williams, my dad. So,
Yeah. Fluffy says more like Record House. Yeah, Record City is like somebody's house. It's weird. But yeah, Mask Maker. It's kind of, I think, set like down in like New Orleans-ish kind of area, like down in the South, on like a plantation home. When a young deformed boy witnesses his mother's death, he comes back to take revenge on anyone who dares enter his property. And yeah, so Stephen Coletti, what was he in? He's familiar looking.
it says it's The Last House on the Left meets Silence of the Lambs.
Okay, maybe. But I think it's worth the watch. I do think it's worth the watch. So
Well, I like the cover and all that stuff. So yeah,
Good.
yeah. I mean, I'll check it out. Yeah. Okay.
I bought a movie called Living Death, not Shogun Death, but Living Death, for $1.99, starring somebody named Christy Swanson.
Man, did she look good in Playboy?
I'm guessing. Oh, she was in Playboy, huh?
Oh yeah.
Pervert. Torture is the ultimate seduction, is what it says. Look at the artwork. She's like trapped That's kind of, I did that to Tommy Vegas, and then we chopped her leg off.
And threw her in a dumpster because she has no soul.
And hopefully the movie comes out one of these days, but we still got to make it. We still got to make it first, but we did do that to Tommy Vegas. So I like the artwork. I thought it was cool looking for $1.99 in the clearance bin. I thought, what the hey?
There we go. Mr. Bones asks if I've seen Deep Rising. Yes, I've seen it. I've seen it a couple times. It's from the director of The Mummy and Mummy Returns. Yes, I have seen it.
That's not the shark one, is it?
No, it's the sea monster that gets in the cruise line.
Oh yeah, hard pass. Yeah.
Funny thing with Treat Williams is when I was in high school, I knew somebody, Kate, and her father was a film producer, and he made a film called Smooth Talk, and it was one of Treat Williams' first films. It's the chick from Jurassic Park. The one that's with Sam Neill, not Diane Ladd. That's her mother. Blanking on her name, but it's a whole kind of Red Riding Hood and the Wolf, and Treat Williams has
Laura Dern.
Laura Dern. It's one of her first films, and he's on this car and he's got all these little marks on there, like this is how many women he's gotten, and he's trying to seduce her out of the house into the car. So Kate told me, she goes, "You look exactly like Treat Williams. You should do a headshot and I can give it to my dad because he can give it to Treat Williams because you could probably play like his son or his brother or something." Well, I'm an idiot and I didn't do any of that. So that's why I'm sitting here now.
Oh, what are you going to do?
Not much.
Yeah, not much you can do now.
Nope.
Hindsight, man. It sure is 2020, ain't it?
Yep.
Greg went to both Record City and Zia. Very nice. Yeah, Record City. My issue with Record City is they don't seem to get new stuff. You go in there, it seems to always be the same stuff. So if you go in there once, maybe once a year or whatever, you could go in there. But a lot of their stuff seems like it's sun bleached, like it was out at a swap meet or something like that. So I struggle finding things there. How many more do you got over there, John?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Wow. You got issues, man.
Wow. Oh no.
Stigmata, because I didn't own this, and Fluffy mentioned it a while back, and I was like, oh, do I own that? And I didn't own it. So I needed to get a copy. $5.99. I get a copy of Stigmata. I was thinking about waiting to find it on Blu-ray, but a Blu-ray was so expensive compared to, so I just got it on DVD. Stigmata. I got that. And that's the last one I got, John, because I don't have as many issues as you do.
Oh, shit. Okay, well, let's quickly go through these then. Sunshine, which we did watch, and we liked Sunshine, the Danny Boyle and Alex Garland. So always wanted to see this. I've heard it's a very underrated, Danny Boyle film. A lot of people don't know about it. This is the movie that he was making instead of 28 Weeks Later, but it's a very good film. After that, we have a Tommy Lee Jones film, The Three Burials of Estrada. So I've heard this is very good. He directs it. It's supposed to be like...
Do you say because you can't pronounce it?
Exactly. Close enough. Night Watch. I just ordered Day Watch today. Oh. So that should be coming in.
Now, Baywatch?
No Bay.
Okay.
Day and Night Watch. So I believe they're German kind of superhero type stuff, I think. Then after that, we got The Three Musketeers, directed. This is Paul W. Wes Anderson. And of course, has my love of my life, Mila Jovovich, right there. So
Jovovich.
No, it's Jovovich.
Get it? Jovovich. Get it right.
The J is an H.
Okay. I'll take it.
And then I got one from a guy that you hate. This is kind of a hate buy. Land of the Lost with Will Ferrell.
I don't hate Will Ferrell. I'm kind of burnt out on Will Ferrell. I don't
I don't like him now.
But right next to him, you got Danny McBride there, right?
who's always good. Yeah.
Love Danny McBride. Danny McBride is hysterical.
Best thing he did was in This Is the End.
But I think
his introduction is brilliant.
Yeah. Going back to the Will Ferrell conversation, was that Will Ferrell did had a string of several great movies, and it's been what the fuck ever since.
No, he went a little low. So,
well.
Now
yeah. Now you remind me. I forgot. Yeah, because
Yeah, he's now a pain in the ass. Then picked up Michael Crichton, Coma. I've been collecting Michael Crichton, and I'm especially collecting his directing movies.
Yeah.
And then my last one here is, speaking of collections, from Steven Seagal. We have, this one's great. So Against the Dark is his vampire movie. Okay. Then there's Black Dawn, which looks like there's an atomic blast back there.
Yeah.
In the Sun, which I already own, but I'm going to sell it because it's here. And Submerged. So this is his submarine movie where he rewrote the script to only have it on a submarine for 5 minutes. And so I'm very interested in this. And they didn't want to fire him because he's the name on the poster. So what do we get? Just got to do it. No.
How much ass can you kick on a submarine, though? So I kind of understand. He's got to get out of there.
No, I don't know. I mean, I guess at some point I'll watch it and figure out. So that's all of them there. So that's all
bulbs, Emily. So and fluffy doesn't mean that metaphorically.
Oh.
Yes, Record City only sold stock, and yes, I agree. A lot of the items there don't seem great condition. I like Zia better. Yes, I agree with you. Yeah, that's it.
There was something on here from the Wicked Network about Born on the 4th of July, I think.
Sunshine of My Shoulders makes me happy. Born on the 4th of July.
Great film.
What y'all watching on the 4th of July? Jaws. Yeah. I'm watching fireworks on the 4th of July.
I'll watch some 4th of July films, but Born on the 4th of July, once again, I own it right there. Nice. I could watch that on the 4th of July. So that's always a good one to watch. So
yeah, I'm just always out with the family, like at the beach or like events and stuff like that. So 4th of July has never been a movie day for me. Still can't believe Steven Seagal landed Kelly LeBrock. Did he really?
Are they still married?
He married Kelly LeBrock. He said, can't believe he landed her. But I didn't know
like a plane?
Probably. I mean, there's a lot of different sexual positions that you could take. I've never heard of airplane style, but
no, she was married to him, but they got divorced. They were together for around 10 years, 87 to 96.
Yeah, but that's what he's saying. That's what he's saying. He can't believe. Basically, he's saying he can't believe Steven Seagal hooked up with Kelly LeBrock.
Oh yeah. Well, if you look at her picture right here, ooh, maybe I can believe it.
Yeah, but when did they get married?
86, I think it said.
Then she was one of the hottest women on the planet in 86.
Oh, yeah, doing weird science and stuff like that. Yeah, she was gorgeous. So
yeah. No, Father Time. What are you gonna do? Man, we got a lot of stuff today, man. Here's the problem. Where am I gonna put all this shit? Oh, I forgot. I had another. I got some other pickups that I'll have to share later date. But when I was back visiting my son last week, he got me a couple Father's Day gifts. He got me a great shirt for Navy Seabees because he's a Navy Seabee, and he got me an MRE. Look at this, an MRE, like a meal ready to eat, when the soldiers and Marines go to war. So this one is chili with beans. That's very nice. I have not had an MRE. I mean, I think the last MRE I had was 30 years ago, being in the Marine Corps. So I thought this was very cool. So yeah, I was very excited to get this MRE. I've not opened it yet. Maybe one day we'll do a video. We'll open it and dive all in and stuff. But that was awesome. Yeah, no, very cool. My son, give me this, and then a license plate thing to add to my collection because I collect road trippy stuff in the garage and stuff. So yeah, great gifts from him. Oh, I got I forgot I got a couple birthday presents I wanted to show. So I got home from Vegas, and my daughter's like, "Oh, you open your birthday presents." So one of which, we had a toaster that only had like the 2 slots. I've always wanted the 4-slot toaster, so you could cook like 4 slices of bread at the same time, or 4, because 2 waffles is never enough for me. I always want like 3 or 4, and then if you cook 2, then by the time the 3rd or 4th one's done, then the first 2 are cold. So I want to cook them all at the same time. So she got me a nice fancy with like digital screen toaster. So that was very cool. 4 slots. Love that. And then she got me this top 100 horror movies poster. So it's from like Fangoria, and it's got, you unroll it and then you scratch off every horror movie that you've seen. So I looked at the list. There are a couple of movies that I think I saw as a kid that I don't remember, but out of the 100 on here, 100% I've seen at least 89 of them. So I need to see possibly 11 more. A couple of them are, I don't know, like Get Out. And I don't want to see that guy's movies.
So he's a good filmmaker. I like all 3 of his films. Like I said, 3 for 3.
I don't know if all 3 of his are on there, but at least 2 of his are on there. So this is very cool. I got to get a frame and put this up, scratch off all the movies that I've seen. So this is that's a fun little thing. And she got me these are they're like pillowcases. I'll have more pillows for the couch, and then pillows over here to put inside of them. But this is like cinema popcorn now showing a movie thing. And so another one kind of like that, but drama, comedy, horror movie. I do like horror movies. And this is kind of cool. Look at this, like the countdown. Oops, upside down.
How can you tell if it's upside down or not?
Well, the circle on the bottom is a little bit bigger because it's an 8.
Oh, okay. Oh, there we go.
And,
I thought it was the infinity side.
And then I think
that's also a pillowcase.
Yeah, and I think you'll like this too. These are all pillowcases. Look at that one.
Ooh, yeah, I like that one.
That's a cool pillowcase, right?
Well, I like all of them, but yeah, that's a good one.
So pillowcases, this, and a toaster. I'm a happy camper, and some really yummy cupcakes too. So yeah,
nice.
And then my wife cooked a nice lasagna with garlic bread and a Caesar salad for dinner tonight. So, man, we killed it, man. That John and I had calzones, right? Yeah. I always want to call them. What are those other little dessert things? Cat starts with a C. Anyways, cannolis. I always want to call them cannolis, but calzones. Those were amazing calzones last night. That was a great meal. Stuffed like a muff after that thing. Yeah.
It's no good having a pizza place right there and then having 7-Eleven right there.
Right.
Let's just say that the pants are fitting a little tight these days.
John, but remember, like we talked about, you have a gigantic park right across the street too that you could go walk around. So
that means I have to walk across the street.
Oh, God forbid.
Effort.
God forbid. God forbid.
God forbid.
Yes, Wickedy always on vid saying he's better than everyone. Oh, who are we talking about? Who are we talking to? Who missing something? Steven turned down $50 million not to fight Van Damme. Oh, we're talking about, yes. Yeah, Steven Seagal talks mad shit. It's crazy. Kelly was smoking back in the day. Yes. Because he would get destroyed. Maybe I missed something else. Open it up. OGP Marine mukbang. Yeah. No.
We got to do that on a different day. We've already been here for over 3 hours.
Yeah. No, and plus I'm like, I want to hold on. This is sentimental to me because a gift from my son. It's like, special. So I don't know. I'll open that when I'm good and ready. Today I don't think I'm quite there yet. So Jean-Claude Van Damme would beat the beaks off Steven's fat ass. I think so. I would say I would agree with that.
Well, from what I understand, Steven Seagal is not even a real martial artist. It's all fake. I mean,
What
he
what
just
is it? Bushido? I know that stuff where he comes, like people walk up to him and he's just like, and they fall down. Like, what is this? I'm tickling your
all
nose.
fake.
Oh, I'm dead.
All fake.
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, thank you, Mr. Bones. Appreciate that. And Cooter. No, I was thinking of cannolis, not Cooter, Balzer. Do you know what's worse than Steven fake fighting? His hairline. Ooh, shots fired, shots fired. Yeah, Steven Seagal has that natural John Travolta hairline.
Well, and they all, like Tom Hanks did it. Who else? Nicolas Cage did it, where they all dyed their hair solid black, and
Yeah,
you
it's
could
weird.
tell that
It's
was
weird.
solid, that it was dyed. It was really
Yeah,
weird that for
it
a
is weird.
while, and it
Yeah.
just looks awful.
Did you see? There's a video, and it's a few of the people, the original cast from Stand By Me, and so there's like Rob Reiner, Corey Feldman, and who's the main character? What's his name in Stand By Me?
Will Wheaton.
Will Wheaton.
He's a weirdo.
But so it's Corey Feldman, Will Wheaton, Rob Reiner all it's Rob Reiner, right? Remember
yeah,
that?
yeah, he
Yeah.
directed it. I heard that they waited a really long time for River Phoenix, but he just never showed up.
Oh, that's fucked. You're an asshole. But Rob Reiner was talking. He's like, they're talking, and he's like, talking about how different that Will Wheaton and Corey Feldman looked back in the day. And he goes to Corey, he goes, yeah, and you didn't have like pitch black hair either. And then he like turns his focus to Will, and I'm like, oh, I feel like I almost feel like Rob Reiner wanted to tell Corey Feldman, like, what happened to you? You turned into a freak. Just the way it was so cringe. But man, dude, Corey Feldman, man, I mean, Friday the 13th, Lost Boys. But how many great movies has this guy been in? But man, is he cringy now.
But he's been talking about this stuff for years, about being molested and all the stuff that's going on with like him and Corey Haim, and just nobody would listen to him. So he went in there, like the guy started acting at like what age? Like 8. So he's messed up. He is screwed up in the head.
Being a child actor in Hollywood back in the day, it screwed him up. Yeah.
I mean, I watched the 2 Coreys and that TV show that they did. Man, was Corey Haim screwed up. I mean, it's a real shame what happened to them.
But I mean, dude, you can't go around going like, I was everybody's molesting everybody in Hollywood, but I slept in Michael Jackson's bed, but nothing happened. Like, dude,
he wanted to become Michael Jackson, and he was doing.
Dude, if you look at him right now, he does the hair, he tries the dance, he dresses like him. Dude is infatuated with Michael Jackson.
It's like he's stuck at one age,
Yeah, no, he's one of those guys that he stays so skinny, his body looks like a child-sized body, and he's got that giant old man head. It's very weird. He looks like a South Park character, a little tiny body with the giant head. Yeah, it's Toy Soldier, one of Will Wheaton's best films. Yeah, I got that around here somewhere yet. I don't know if
he just became a weirdo with a political weirdo.
Who, Will or
Will Wheaton?
Oh,
I would much rather deal with Corey Feldman than Will Wheaton, and I find it really funny that he was like one of the only cast members not back on Picard. Instead they had him do that stupid show where he talks to the people up on the TV screen, and he's like he's not, like they didn't want him back or something, but everybody else was on.
That is funny because whatever his name, Picard, that dude is as like far left as it gets. So you would think Will Wheaton, if he's a lefty, would be, invited. But I saw at LA Comic-Con, Will Wheaton did a Star Trek panel. So, but I don't know what, I think it was just for, just in general. It was just Will Wheaton. It wasn't like any other cast members.
See, it was just him.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah. Aikido is a defensive style martial arts, just to break bones. Is Aikido? Is that what he does? I don't know all the martial arts.
He does bitch slapping. That's what he does. That's his martial art.
I thought it was nose tickling. Tickle, tickle. Corey has blonde spiky. Oh yeah, that's right. He did cut his hair when he was on that tour. Ugh. All the cocaine mush his brain. Yeah, probably.
Hey, don't criticize cocaine.
Oh, he was on Picard in a cameo. Okay.
Oh, okay. So I only watched the first 2 episodes of Picard and said I am out. I'm gone.
Yeah. I saw the first season. I never went back, but
no, it just didn't. Ooh, they said fuck on the show. Ooh. So brave, so strong. Ooh.
Yeah, for me it was the nostalgia of seeing the characters back, but then we were going not just Next Generation, we were bringing in
Voyager people like 7 of 9 was in there, and I think like Whoopi or a young version of Whoopi was in there.
Yeah.
So
that's it. I think it's time to go home, John.
Yes, I'm starving. I definitely need to eat something. Can't you see I'm withering away?
You are. My apologies, sir. I didn't make you buy all those movies, though.
You kind of did.
Yeah, that's probably true. Because if I didn't come out there, you probably wouldn't have gone.
Well, I can't blame you because I still order a shitload of stuff online. So it's just
yeah.
You know,
I know.
It's my thing. It's I don't really drink. I don't really do drugs. I don't really, I don't do any of that type of stuff because I'm old and collecting movies makes me happy.
You're missing out.
What for doing drugs?
Yeah.
Oh shit! If I could afford drugs, I'd be all over that place.
Oh man, yeah.
I'd be so.
You imagine, man, Horror Movie Monday be entertaining as fuck.
We're
gonna talk about movies. We're gonna Horror Movie Monday.
All right, here I'm back.
Oh man, yeah. This episode, we're not going to be drinking Diet Coke. It's just going to be straight Coke. So, I think we're going to go home now. Everybody, we'll figure out some movies to watch to talk about next week. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Follow me on Facebook, The Notorious OGP, or just OGP on Facebook. Follow that page. My private page, I'm done dealing with it because Facebook just sends me a bunch of stuff I don't want to see. So I only go on there now with efforts to try and just post on the Notorious OGP or the OGP page. So follow me on that page and we will be friends there, or follow me on Instagram or both or whatever. Do the same for John. John has a new Instagram page. Make sure to start following him there. And other links and stuff are down below. Anywhere else or any other news or anything else they should do or follow you or bow before
Well, Facebook has I'm kind of doing the same thing as you. My page is now private and it's just friends and stuff like that. Everybody's dwindling down. So instead there is Dark Park Films. You can go to there on Facebook. I think it is connected to Instagram too. And so I post movie stuff there. And then of course I'm on X. Yeah. And then of course there's the YouTube channel. So Crank is a good movie.
Yeah. So he's sponsored by Crank because that's
Crank.
We'll post some a couple movies to watch to talk about next week for Horror Roar Movie Monday somewhere online. And until then, John, go get yourself something to eat. Have yourself a good night. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us.
Thank you, everybody. This is a long one.
We love you all.
So
Appreciate you. Yes. Oh, no, they know me. This isn't shit. We've done 9 hours. But for John, this is the long one. So, so we'll get there. We'll have John on a 9-hour stream one night. And by the end, he will be dead. He'll be... So, and no bathroom breaks either. I think I went at least 6 or 7 hours because I made it all the way to Vegas. before I even went to the bathroom.
I'm
So,
I'm 50. I'm 50. What am I? 56 or 50? I think I'm 57.
you're getting up there, buddy. That's
I
if you
know.
don't
I
remember,
gotta
man,
have pee breaks. I'm surprised I haven't
um,
gotten up to go this long.
after 21, it just doesn't matter anymore, though. It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter.
Animal House.
Just
It
doesn't
just
matter.
doesn't matter.
It just doesn't matter.
matter.
It's Horror Movie Monday, you already know. Chills in the air, and the tension's low. OGP steps up, setting the tone. Always in charge, yeah, sitting on the throne. Sean Ward steps in with a confident stare. Nipples getting hard from the icy glare. Bowser's in the back, creeping through the dark. Lurking in the silence like a phantom arc. It's Horror Movie Monday, lights down low. Screens on the screen, let the madness flow. We laugh, we jump, we scream, we play. Every week it's thrilling in a twisted way.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Fuck you.